What's up, everybody? Is anybody in the room? Say what's up. Step up.
Hey, step up.
What's going on?
Girl, aka Sister Bird, hello. Shout out to DJ Wildcat 3 for that 6-month resub.
What a dedicated subscriber.
Such a dedicated subscriber.
Hey, step up. Hey,
Vince.
Mexinos.
We got the Mexino brother.
Virgil. Vince is still recovering from the weekend.
Yes.
Miss Melissa, what's up?
Miss Melissa, hello. Good evening.
I don't know how to say that other name. D 43.
D.I. Booey's in the house.
Boo 43.
43.
I know now for future reference.
D.I. Buoy.
We'll get started in about 15 seconds.
Is it 1-3?
Rama Rich is in the building.
Hello, Rama Rich.
Confusion.
Hello. Confusion.
Y'all ready to get this started? Let's get this started. Let's show our beautiful face.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to episode 13 of Talk From Home. That's right? Does it look right? 1, 3? Yeah, episode 13. She can't do it. Do it right. I'm not going to move on until you do it correctly. 1, 3.
But this...
No, that's the wrong way. That way. No. There you go. You got it. Sam got it. Episode 13 of Talk From Home. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is a weekly podcast where we bring you guests from the Dance from Home community. We sit down with them, talk to them, hang out, have some laughs, have some drinks, basically get to know them better. You get to ask them questions, we ask them questions, and basically we'll have a good time tonight. So thank you for tuning in. Before we get started, I do want to say condolences to the Mobby family. Jeff has lost his father this morning, and sincere condolences from the TFH family, the DFH family, and all of us. We're here for you. We support you. We love you. We miss you right now and understand you have to be away. We're looking forward to you coming back, but whatever you need while you're gone, please feel free to reach out to us. Condolences. We love you. Wow. Okay. So I'm Mike Rocca, Dance From Home DJ. Also one half of Taco Dog. I'm the dog from Taco Dog. I am also with Retro Laser Pew Pew Pew. I'm sorry, I'm trying to gather myself again. With Retro Laser Pew Pew Pew. Also with X-Fade Entertainment. And also with us hosting tonight is my homie, one of the partial owners of Remix Entertainment, also F45 DJ. Sometimes goes by Charles, sometimes goes by the name of Artie. Good friend of mine, DJ Wildcat. What's up, man?
What's up, DFH fam? Welcome tonight. I know there's a lot of things going on this past week and today. So thank you for coming down and hanging out with us. I am so excited to be. This is a very special episode. So let's just keep on going.
Super excited. And our homie, she is the face of Cook From Home. That's a channel where she cooks recipes, hangs out with her peeps in the chat. Sometimes they help her when creating her recipes and doing things. Recently, she's brought on a lot of guests. She's had Step Up on. I think Lil Berries was on, and a few other guests. She'll continue to do so. She's doing an awesome job leading that cooking community. She just got Step Up, her affiliate status, and all that. So congrats, Step Up. That's amazing.
Congrats, Step Up.
She is the other half of Hey I'm Riff. I'm getting it right now. And she is also one of the co-hosts of Furious and Friends. That's his morning show. So everybody welcome our friend Sam, a.k.a. This is Raph.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to episode 13. And if you didn't notice, Artie and I are wearing our Bears tops with shirts.
Bear down, baby. Bear down. Let's go.
I have a Bears jersey. I didn't run and get it. I'll probably run like in the middle of our episode just so I match. I feel like I'm not matching now. So I should have got with the program. I missed the memo.
Yes. Thanks for those of you lurking if you guys are watching the Bears game as well. So thanks for joining.
Oh, we're at a level 2 hype train as well. So y'all know the drill. We get to level 3, the shake weight comes out. So let's go. Let's get it.
All right. Is my mic hot? Sorry. Let me turn that down a little bit.
No, it's better.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. And without further ado, I'll bring on our guest for tonight. She has been DJing since 2001. She's DJed along with the likes of Jazzy Jeff, Mark Ronson, Funkmaster Flex. She's done after parties for celebrities like LL Cool J, Christina Milian. She's worked for Nike, Puma, Retro Park. She's DJed across the country from the East Coast to the West Coast. She is also a Deaf Hall DJ. We're so excited to have her today. Everybody give a warm welcome to our friend KrisCut. What is up?
Purr, 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 purr.
Purr, 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 purr. Purr, 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 purr.
I see it in the chat. Hi, chatters. Purr, 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 purr. I knew it. It's so
Christine,
good.
what's up?
Hi, how are you guys? I'm so glad to be here. Happy Monday, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for joining us tonight.
Finally, and perfect timing for you to be on this show. Perfect timing. I love it.
Timing. Team No Sleep
Right.
is in the house. I see you guys.
That's
Shout out to
right.
everyone.
Right, so KrisCut just woke up. She just...
Oh, yeah. Good morning. Good
I woke
morning.
up like
Good morning,
this. I woke up like
KrisCut.
this. I woke
She
up like
is
this.
up
Is that what you're
hella early right now.
saying? This is super early for me.
This is early for her. It's early for her. Planning this episode, literally, I had to make sure I didn't text her till after 8 p.m. my time because I was like, she's probably still sleeping. Like, I don't want to wake her up. She needs to get her sleep. Like, don't mess with her. So, I mean, and because she's up till, you're up till like 7 o'clock in the morning streaming sometimes.
Yeah,
like-
sometimes, yeah.
Artie says he'll wake up and say good
I'll
good morning.
go to bed after DFH, and then KrisCut's on, and then I'll wake up and KrisCut is still on. So I'm like, good night, good morning,
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm up
Yeah,
now.
for you guys. I know, awkward timing. That's why it's such a blessing when you guys pop into my stream at like 2 a.m. your time. I'm like, oh, I know you guys are going to bed. So,
That's awesome.
I see you
love
guys.
it.
DJ Yohimbo, School Schmo, Miss Melissa, everybody.
Yo,
Miss
Jimbo.
Vivi, everybody. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in.
So you've been DJing since 2001, but before that, you were already into music, right? Like you have been into music for a long time. What did you kind of start out with music, like in terms of the industry?
Music. See, I keep hitting this thing. Music
It's all good.
industry. Well, first off, I went to college for music business. It actually didn't work out that way at first. I actually got accepted into college as a computer engineer. But then I had a pretty that's what I got accepted as. But when I got there, I looked at the curriculum and I said, F that. Like, I was like,
This is not for me.
Yeah, that's not for me. I actually, I didn't even know what computer engineering was. I'm like, that looks good. I'm just going to apply for that program. I seriously, because, it sounds good to a Filipino family, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
At that time,
Anything
I mean,
engineering.
but it was like it's a higher paying salary.
Yeah.
And that's probably why you picked it.
No, I just didn't know what it was. I saw the word computer. I'm like, that should be interesting. And then I saw the curriculum and I was like, nope.
I mean, in honest to God truth, like at the age 18, who really is in the right place to pick what they're going to do for the rest of their life? Nobody is in the right.
Absolutely.
That's kind of ridiculous to think that, and what's there's a big percentage of college students that change their major, right? Like it's almost
I
like
changed
80
mine like 3 times.
You changed
and
it 3 times.
I want to change mine right now, and I'm
And I've been graduated forever. Yeah, like, you know, same thing here. Like I went in with a liberal arts degree because I just didn't even know what I was doing, right? So I just like rolled with it. So you go in, computer engineer, and then you're like, F this, and you find music management.
I found music management. Actually, I changed my major 4 times. I did graphic design. I did like other business stuff. But what happened is I happened to stroll into the music building. And that year that I got music business it was their very first year that the music department delved in at Cal Poly Pomona and said, we're going to do music business. And then so I was so grateful to find that. I was like, oh, shoot, you know, I'm going to sign up for that. At least it had the word business because, you know, there's a stigma. Like I grew up like, you know, I learned the organ and like keyboard piano like at the age of like 8, 9, like that age. And, you know, my parents cultivated this love of music in me. God bless my parents, you know, it's just that the Filipino culture, our, you know, aunts and uncles and our parents, they don't see music as a way to make money, you know? So when I said I wanted to be a music major, my parents were just like shocked. But, you know, I grew up like, you know, like playing musical instruments and stuff, but they were like, no, you're not. You're not going to be a musician. You're not going to be
You're going to be a nurse.
You know, luckily I didn't get forced into being a nurse because I hate blood. I hate blood. Like my mom said, I would like scrape my knee and have blood curdling screams throughout the house where people thought that they were torturing me. I hate blood, so I can't be a nurse. My mom knew.
No medical field for you.
Yeah. By the way, shout out to Elvin Cortez for the raid. We see you, fam. Thank you for the raid.
Thanks for the raid.
That's DJ on Twitch. Thank you for the raid, brother.
Thank you.
Hello, mate.
So, hello.
Hello.
So yeah, I mean, as much as we are artistic, you know, culturally, like it's like our parents and our families just kind of frowned upon that, like going into it. So it took me forever to be able to say like, hey, I could do music, and you know why? Because attached was business.
Yeah, the word business.
I still learned the business aspect. So that was
that's cool.
Like a godsend.
Yeah.
So that's when, you know, it took me longer than most people to graduate college, but I'm okay with that because, you know, as a teenager, I was very sheltered, you know, very protected. I couldn't go to my friends' houses for sleepovers. You know, I didn't even go to a lot of school dances because my dad was pretty strict about that stuff. Like, no, we can't go out, you know. So high school was so like, you know, I didn't go to my own grad night because, you know, they were like, no, we're not comfortable with you doing that.
Did you have siblings?
I have one little brother.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you're the oldest.
And they were protecting their investment.
Yeah.
Man. You're the first one.
Yeah, I'm the firstborn, you know, so it's kind of like I said, our generation or that generation, you know, my parents, very like discerning about, you know, making sure that you are comfortable, especially if they're, first generation immigrants to the country? Like my mom was the first one out of her family. And then she brought everyone. It was my mom. My mom was
she was the one that brought everybody.
That brought everyone. Because of her, it trickled, you know, like the hundreds of relatives that came over.
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, I'm sure most of you are Filipino, but or immigrants. But if you're not, how the system worked, at least back then, it's a little different now. One person would come over from the family, and that would be like her mom in this case, and that person would be the not voucher, but there's a word for it, but they would co-sign for everybody else coming in. So they would lead the rest of the family into the States, and then that would be how everybody would come through. So her mom was that person.
Yeah, my mom was like the OG. So because of our family, you know, so like they were more worried about like my security growing up, you know, financial security, because that's what we all worry about for our kids, right? I don't have any kids. But I'm sure, you know, everyone that has kids, that's what you guys worry about, right? That your kids will be set for the future. So that was a part that was like, you know, like you want to be a music major. Okay, but how about this, Mom? It's music business, you know, Mom and Dad, this is, you know, I still learn the business aspect. I still get to do what I love. And, you know, the curriculum is nice and, you know, coincide, like where it wasn't just like all music, all singing, all this. Because, you know, they're like, what do you fall back on if that doesn't work out?
Yeah. So because it had business in it, you had the business side of
music business.
Right. You could translate that into something else. I'm pretty sure is what you were telling them. That's awesome. So they accepted that. So they were cool. They were like,
cool with
all right, You'll do
And
that.
yeah, so if you ask me about my entertainment in the scene, so what happened is in college, when I went to college, that was the era of like One Voice, Pinay, like all
Oh
Ooh,
those groups.
yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I know, like all the singing groups. So for me, I had a singing group too, and I think you guys might have a photo of it. But I did have a singing group. I was the OG. I was the
That's
OG
you
person
got
in the
it
singing group.
already.
Yeah,
Nice.
and then
Yeah, I have it.
and there were like literally 8 different girls that came in and out of the singing group. Hey, Fitness from Home, Ray.
Fitness from home. What's up?
Hey.
I see
Hi
DJ Faze in the house
guys.
too. What's up, DJ Faze? We'll talk about what we're doing this
Hey.
weekend later. Yeah. So
Yeah.
This
let's
one
see
right
if
here.
Artie can find. There we go.
What was the name of your group? Is it Asian group?
Asian Groove. No.
That was a
Oh.
talent show
Black Pearl.
in
Makes
who's
more
that?
sense.
My crimped hair. I had crimped hair. Jesus. That was 1999 or 2000, and there was a talent show in Cerritos, I think. And if you know Myron Martin and 21XL, like they were a part of that. So there were a whole bunch of singing groups. That was our one of our first performances. This was one of my favorite configurations of the group because, like I said, I was the OG, and we had like 4 or 5 different variations. And you guys remember back then, you couldn't find anybody who could sing. It was like Auntie Jinky's daughter's cousin is a singer. Let's go audition them. You know, it
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
like I'm all saying Jinky. Hi, Jinky. I don't know if she's yeah, but yeah. So it's like the configurations were like, okay, we got to go drive to Hollywood and go find audition this person and like go drive to whatever. And we were like, I was in Southern California. It was so difficult to find 4 or 5 girls, whereas now you could just hop on like YouTube or whatever
Yeah.
you got to hop
Internet.
on and be like,
Right. That's right.
put a group together in like 2 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, that was an interesting part of my life. I think it lasted for about 3 or 4 years where I was grinding so hard. We recorded one song
Uh huh.
and then
Is the song in existence still?
Do we have it? Can we
No.
play
Play
a,
the song.
Can we play a chorus?
I don't even have it. My friend has it. But yeah, so in this group, I was more of the arranger composer. I'm not a lead singer by any means. I get really bold when we do karaoke on my channel because I'm crumbly and drinking, but that's the only time you'll ever hear me do solos is when I
I
have
like
that
it.
liquid courage in me. But yeah, so I was more of the composer, the big sister, like, that was always my role. Like I would arrange the music, write the lyrics. So I think had I not moved to Vegas, I would have probably been in LA as like an entertainment lawyer or like a songwriter, making like
Oh.
commercials
Wow.
for jingles and stuff. Oh, the name of the group was Black Pearl.
Black Pearl.
Black Pearl.
Black
All right, guys.
Pearl.
Go ahead and YouTube.
Google
No,
detectives.
you will not
Google
find
detectives.
it. You will not. Black Pearl.
What are the other keywords we can use?
I
for
don't know.
searching?
Yeah, Black Pearl. You're like the ship on what is that? You guys look
That
That's
is
Pearl
awesome.
Harbor.
yeah, or like something.
So I am curious about how, because there wasn't internet and you were finding interviews, were you finding interviews through word of mouth? Were you finding people like by talking to other people and they're like, you should go check out this person and then interview them, or did you put an ad out? How did that work when you guys
No,
were
yeah, it
doing
was
that?
definitely so and so's cousin's sister,
Yeah.
or like it was definitely hard to find the girls. And like we did have that Destiny's Child moment. Like we started with 3, we had 4, up to 5, down to 3. So every time you work with females, like when we're that young, nobody's really sure if they want what they want to do in life. But I knew I wanted to sing. I knew I wanted music. I wanted music in my life somehow, and that's how I ended up with the singing group. So we had a manager and everything. Still a good friend of
Cool.
mine. So yeah, that was like 3 years of my college life there. I really was really invested in trying to make it, work. So
Did you guys dance?
we sang, we danced. In junior high, I was in, why I love watching Glee. I was like in show choirs, where you sing and dance in choirs.
Yeah.
So that was my junior high life. I was a little bummed that I got sent to Catholic school because I lived 2 miles away from the high school that had like one of the #1 singing, dancing show choirs in the country. And I was so bummed I couldn't be a part of that. So I was a little bitter in my high school years because I got shipped off to Catholic school and it's far away. That wasn't that far away, but when you're young, driving 20 minutes to school, someone driving you 20 minutes back and forth is, feels so far.
Right.
So when I could have just walked to the public school, but I also went to high school during all the gangster days, like the 90s,
Yeah.
like
In California.
in
And it was
California when
rough.
it was very rough. So
Yeah, that was rough.
yeah.
And that's that's like just post Rodney King.
Yeah, it's like
And,
like 95,
yeah.
96, like that era. So
Yeah. California, LA was rough during those days, especially
was.
public schools, right? So
yeah.
yeah. And there's something about being said, like going to a Catholic school and coming out of it. It's there. Everybody I know that went to a Catholic school and then went to maybe a college or something that wasn't, a Catholic or private college, and kind of spread their wings. They all kind of have this same edge about them. I don't know how to explain it.
Growing up in the 90s.
Yeah, growing up in the 90s and not have gone to a public school, like, I don't know, there's just a different way about you, I guess. I don't know. That's just my personal opinion on it. So you're in college, you have a singing group, and are you doing anything else musically besides the singing group? Or that's 3 years, right?
Yeah, so that was it. That was like a huge part of my college life. I was actually super social because felt like I had been so, protected in high school. I went buck wild socially in college. Like,
Yeah, I was going to ask.
Joined all the Asian clubs.
gonna
I was
ask.
like, yeah, joined the Filipino club, all that stuff, become an officer in the Filipino club. And then I became I was president of the Asian American Student Association. So it's like, into a lot of social, like I really grew a lot socially. I felt, when you're younger and you're so like protected, you have this energy that you need to come out, right? When you're in college.
Right.
So that's where it all went. Social energy. I just like joined all the clubs I could, did as many social things that I could. Kind of like that's when I let loose, So.
And I'm assuming the Asian population at the college you were at was pretty big.
Oh yeah.
The way you're talking about it.
Yeah,
it
quite
was
high.
like,
Wow.
a couple hundred. So to manage all those people around the same age as you is unusual. You know what I mean? If you think about it. If I think about it now, I'm like, I was president of like the group had like a couple hundred like members to try to remember all that. Kind of like what we're doing on Twitch now, right? You remember all the names of Hi Lila, Confusion, is our little berries, everybody, and you have to try to remember everybody's name because you're like the face of this organization.
Well, it's funny you say that because Jeff always says, he's like, I think I just accidentally started a frat. Like, that's what he always says. He's like, I think I accidentally started a frat. He's like, we're a frat house. It's crazy.
Without the hazing.
Yeah, without the hazing. No hazing in DFH.
Maybe we should do some initiation.
Oh, here we go.
What would it be though if you did
Yeah.
like what would the?
You have to eat
since-
balut.
Oh
Is
yes.
this just for DJs or just to be in the chat?
Just to be in the chat. Just for the fam.
All of the above.
Just to
Everyone
hang
that's
out.
watching now, you guys are all grandfathered.
You're grandfathered in.
Any new ones?
You're all fam.
They have to go through an initiation now.
Jody's asking, "What's a frat house?" Because is that from
Oh,
the
yeah.
UK? Yeah. What is it? You gotta.
Oh,
explain.
the UK.
Yeah.
what is it in the UK? A society. Secrets. They call it a
secret
secret
society.
society. They do. I think they do.
Secret society. It
It's
is a
not
society.
secret.
It's like a group, right? Like so.
They call it some kind of like society thing.
But yeah, it'd be a private society.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of frats a bunch of dudes that decide to get together and chant.
It's a
And
brotherhood.
Party, yeah.
Brotherhood.
And then,
And then
sorority
girls.
is the girls,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that makes any sense.
There's co-ed
MQ, yes,
too,
you're safe,
though.
MQ.
Yeah, co-ed fraternity. Yeah, what would it be?
Yeah, co-ed fraternities that are like service based and
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all mainly in. It's like mainly in college. There are some fraternities, outside of college. But for the most part, you'll see all like some type of like Greek letters together, like
Alpha,
Beta,
Alpha,
Omega.
Alpha.
Watch
Yeah.
the movie. Watch the
Alpha,
movie
Alpha.
Old School.
No. Watch the movie Revenge of the Nerds.
Revenge of the Nerds. Yeah, Revenge of the Nerds is probably classic.
Classic. Yeah.
Yeah,
What
Lambda,
that's all
Lambda.
about. Yeah.
There you
Koi
go.
said Alpha Phi Chu Poppy.
Coy.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't it in the Philippines fraternities are more like gangs?
Right? Is that? I think.
That's what I heard from my dad. My dad said fraternity is
I
actually
don't know.
more closer to a gang than it is like a brotherhood. Like they like beat people up and stuff. I don't know. Maybe he's just flexing. I don't know.
Maybe.
Anyway, I don't know how we got here.
So back to
Yeah.
I don't know how we got here.
Yeah. So back to you running hundreds of people and organizing the whole Filipino Asian community at your college.
Right.
So
Yeah, crazy.
you're doing that, and then the girl group's gone. Is the girl group gone while you're still in college, or is that after?
No, I'm still in college. I'm doing the girl group. I'm running an organization, and I have 3 jobs.
Oh God,
I'm trying to go to school.
you are
What are the
gangsta.
3 jobs? What are the 3 jobs?
The 3 jobs I did data entry at the school for you know how they had like I think I can't remember the exact term, but you would do a certain amount of hours for your college grant or it was like a college grant that I was work off.
Yes, I did. I
Yeah,
did
you
one
did
of
that.
those
You know what I'm
too.
talking about. I can't
Mhm.
remember the
Yeah.
name. It was so long ago, but yeah, I did that. So I did data entry. I was a waitress at a Filipino restaurant called Magic Walk, but it was like
Magic walk.
Magic Walk, like
Walk.
WOK.
Okay, yeah.
But it
Magic
was
walk.
Filipino, but so people, it was like a sit down
Interesting.
restaurant, and I sold vitamins at Vitamin World, all concurrently with what
Wow.
I was doing. So within a span of yeah, see, and then that's why you guys see when you guys make me do dance redemptions, how winded I am now compared to I probably would have been okay before.
Now I see. I see why your team no sleep,
Yeah,
because
team no sleep.
that's always been how you roll.
That is,
Seems
yeah,
like.
Yeah,
Hustling
you're
all
on that
day.
grind.
trying. Yes, work study. That's what it's called.
Work
Caesar said it
study.
in the
There we
chat. It's
go.
called work study. Yeah. So they would allot you a certain amount, and then you would work, and it would go towards your tuition or your salary. So that was interesting.
Yeah, and I feel like you've never given up that hustle, right? Like that's
Yeah,
what that's still how you work, right? Like
yeah.
always doing something.
Try to
She's
keep
still on
busy.
that hustle.
I'm still hustling. Yeah, team no sleep. Team
That's
see
right.
sunshine. Confusion said sometimes we see the sunshine together at 5 in the morning.
Team C Sunshine. Yes. That could be a new emo coming. Yes, confusion. I totally agree. Okay. So now are we now graduating from college? Where do we see this where do we see DJ KrisCut?
Okay, so I'm graduating from college. I just broke up with all of my boyfriends in college. It sounds crazy. Were long-term relationships. It took me honestly about 7 years to graduate college because I was having the time of my life. And
Yeah,
I
you
was
know where
trying
to
to do
go.
all the social stuff. So this didn't happen like in 4 years. This was over like 7 years. It took me a little longer to graduate college because I also instead of going to Cal Poly, I went to Mount Sac, like the community college, for a little bit. And as I was graduating college, I broke up with a major relationship, long-term relationship, and DJ Slip, my husband now, we met in 1999 with the whole singing group thing. He was always like, so DJ Slip, he got the emote, the thumbs up emote, that's him. He
Shout out to
would be
DJ
the
Slip.
one to like do all of our, tracks for the talent shows. We're like, hey DJ Slip, we need a Janet Jackson. We need a Janet Jackson medley with just instrumentals. Can you please do it for us? And he would do all that stuff for us. Like he was basically just an amazing friend. Like my car would break down. Like, hey, Sheridan, can you pick me up? I'm stranded here. And there was nothing between us. It was so like neutral, like nothing. There was no like, hey, he's hot or she's hot. I think, well, this kind of that kind of thing. But we would always go out to eat, or like I said, if I got in trouble somehow, like my car wouldn't start, he would be one of the people I could call. And then he was already DJing at this club in Redondo Beach called Chillers. He was already DJing for this group called DMK. And DMK, held parties like all over the place, like really, really famous parties for the 21 and over scene. So he was their DJ, and he lived about literally 5 minutes away from me. That's why I think we hung out so much, because he was like, hey, what are you doing? Let's go eat, or let's do this. And every Saturday, he would have to go to the club by, I think, 9 p.m., set up all the DJ equipment, DJ from 9 o'clock to 1. And after that, he would have to break down, and then he would have to go. We would go eat. We wouldn't get home till 3 or 4, but we were fine, you
Yeah.
know. So, but he was the DD because obviously I would go there just to drink. You know what I mean? And then imagine like I have to hang out from 9 to 1. Okay, I'm like the door, nobody's in there. I'm just catching a ride here because I'm sitting outside like waiting for people to trickle in, and I would last from 9 to 1. Right? Remember those days where you could do that?
Oh yeah.
I think about that right now.
Yes.
I'm getting winded thinking about it. Like,
No way. Yeah, 9 to 1. I'm out for the rest of the
9 to 1.
week if I'm partying 9 to 1.
Actually,
That's
like
not
9 to 2. Yeah. So 9 o'clock he's setting up, and then 10, 11, 12, 1, 1:30. So 5.5 hours of hanging out. I wait for him because he's my ride. And then, then we go eat and then do it all over again every Saturday. So whenever I could catch a ride with him, I would go with him. And so at this point, I'm graduating. I'm partying hard. I got over this bad breakup. It wasn't like the guy wasn't a bad guy. I just, I was his first girlfriend. So like, and I'm like, in my early 20s, and I'm like, oh, I need somebody that, I'm not that I was ready to get married, but I was kind of like, I'm over all this stupid stuff. Like, I was trying to find myself. Like, he needed to find a girl that would, be better for him because I was his first experience as a girlfriend. So anyways, I'm partying an insane amount of partying, obviously, because I'm going to graduate. It's my last year. I'm just trying to get this partying out of my system. I don't think you ever get partying out of your system because look at us now, right?
You just party different. You party differently.
Party different.
Yeah.
Party from home,
Right, party from home
We were
now.
a little
Apparently,
dormant.
2020
We were a
party
little
from
dormant.
home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
We're just bringing it back.
Yeah.
Oh, party animals, Jody says. Yeah. So
Yes.
I was like going with him, and eventually I'm just like watching him, and I'm like, I don't have my singing group anymore. So I'm like, I got to do something. I mean, I'm itching. I'm like, well, I'm not singing. I'm like, hey, DJ Slip, Jordan, teach me how to DJ. And he goes, yeah, right. Yeah, right. Like, no, I'm like, serious, teach me. He's like, no. He's brushing me off like a couple times, right? He just kept brushing me off. So I would still party. We didn't talk about it much. But then there was one time I think I came over the house and him and another DJ. I don't know if you guys have heard of DJ Buzz. He's like pretty popular in the Philippines because he moved to the Philippines to DJ.
Okay.
But we kind of like learned at the same time because he was learning from him. So while they were practicing one day, I said, hey, show me something and let me see if I could do it. So, I get up and then DJ Slip is like, okay, this is a flare scratch. I don't know if
Show
he
me
was trying
something.
to discourage. Yeah, I don't know if he was trying to discourage me, but if you're a DJ and you like know what a flare scratch is, it's not an easy scratch.
Yeah.
It's not like, hey, here's a baby scratch. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, okay, here, baby scratch. So that was baby. And then okay, he's like, here's a flare scratch after the baby scratch. And I kid you not, I'm not trying to be like, I got that in like less than 5 minutes.
Really?
Like what
Nice.
Yeah, and then he kind of looked at it like, oh my god, yeah, like I think she would be a good student,
Nice.
He was just so blown away. It was like, because when you have that musical brain already, kind of like the timing and the whatnot. So after that, I mean, he was really like, oh, she can actually do this, and I actually got excited because I was like, oh, I can do something. I know, yeah. So I took my last quarter college money, student loan money. It was about $800. I bought my first pair of turntables and a skinny 06 mixer, some like carpeted speakers. I forgot the brand. I always forget the brand. And I was a bedroom DJ for months.
Nice.
So like,
what kind of turntables?
It was the
Yeah.
MK2s, yeah. The
Mark
Techniques
twos, okay.
turntable, yeah. So I mean, I was able to get a decent setup off the bat for like $800.
Nice. For
Right.
$800. That's
For
amazing.
$800, yeah. So 2 speakers, 2 turntables, an 06 skinny mixer, and I would just be like up at night practicing my cuts. I was like, KrisCut, scratching, like as much as I could. DJ Slip tried to keep me under wraps. He's like, oh, she's learning. Like he really wanted me to get super dope at scratching.
Yeah.
So I was like that for a long time, like just bedroom DJing. And then, one day we all went to this club called Monte Carlo in Hollywood. And word was getting around that I was practicing DJing and stuff. And at this point, I didn't even know how to mix yet. I'm just cutting it up in my bedroom, right? And then we were at a club. I got crumbly, and somebody goes, "Hey, KrisCut or Christine, I heard you're DJing. You're a DJ now." I go, "Oh yeah." They're like, "Why don't you go show us something?" So I'm like drunk. I'm like, okay, like let me just step
Yeah.
up there. This club never like step foot. In the besides hanging out with Sheridan in the DJ booth and like watching him do his thing and getting drunk at the club. I was just like, okay, I'll just and so I'm scratching, and apparently like Doug, the owner of DMK, saw that because it's his club. He goes, "Hey, I want to book you to
Wow.
DJ."
Wow.
Just because I was just cutting it up, like just even just like like whatever. I don't even remember the most of the moment, but Sheridan was the DJ Slip was like kind of pissed, and he was shocked because he came outside and he saw, "Oh, what are you doing?" Like he wanted to kind of make sure it was like super super dope.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I think a couple weeks later I got booked to DJ, and I'm like, I don't even know how to mix yet.
Right. He wanted to make sure you were the complete package DJ wise, especially you being his, underneath him, and he was your mentor.
Protege, yeah.
Right. He doesn't
You're the
want people.
Padawan.
Yeah, right. And
Yeah,
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah,
you
he got a
become
little mad.
protective.
He was like,
yeah.
It's what's dope is that you got scratching so quickly first.
Yeah.
And because you were saying like knowing music ahead of time helped. I mean, I knew music for years before I started DJing. It did not help in scratching. Like it was the mechanics of moving both my hands at the same time. Like
right.
I felt like my brain wanted to have both my hands do the same thing all the time.
Right.
And then when you get over that hump of okay, these two hands do different things, is when it starts to feel better. But the fact that you came out the gate with a flare scratch, like, mind blown, bro.
Yep.
That's it. Yeah, for DJs that know, it's not an easy scratch to like coordinate at first. So I was already doing that for like my first like 10 minutes, and then he was just like, okay, well, I guess I should teach her if she can pick up that sound, right? So you're right. It's not for everybody. Some people it takes years and years, and then I was very, very lucky to be able, because I had that music background. Well, you said you had it too, but
I
then,
did.
just the mechanics of it sometimes it's just a little, the hand-eye coordination is a little weird. And
That's
I'm
what it
still
is.
like I'm not as good at scratching as I was back then, because that was like in essence it wasn't a mistake. I mean, it happened for a reason, right? I mean, here we are. So I mean, I started doing the gigs, like just kind of like guest appearing. I learned how to mix like in like a couple hours. But the hardest part about that was, of course, back then, the records, it was vinyl.
Yeah.
So you really have to practice and learn your records and know your music library in and out. You don't get to just be like, hey, I want to play Shaggy. And then, you got to look for that record of Shaggy. Oh,
Right.
and then you're busting up. Yeah.
Here's you
So
guys.
this is both of us. When we first moved to Vegas, we had found a restaurant called Aloha Kitchen that I know a lot of you guys probably go to because it's like a staple for everybody. We had a Thursday night gig there called Fundamentals, and it would just be rappers and the underground hip hop scene. So we were like doing 2x4s, and we were still scratching and mixing. So
That's dope.
yeah. So we had that night. We were one of the instrumental, like, I guess, people that helped the underground hip hop scene here in Vegas in the mid 2000s.
That's awesome.
That's so dope.
Yeah, Aloha Kitchen was the go-to.
How did you get your DJ name?
KrisCut. So Christine is my first name, and then cutting it up. KrisCut. So it's like Christine is cutting it up. So KrisCut.
Dope.
Nice.
And I like KrisCut fries. Like, that's
KrisCut fries.
KrisCut
fries.
That's
Yes.
that'll work. I tried different variations on the spelling. I'm like, okay, because my name's a CH. Like, how do I spell it? No matter what, my name gets like ruined. No matter what I try to do, like I try to always make sure. Can you please spell my name with no space, or can you like capitalize the K and the C? But we're all picky about our DJ names because there's probably a ton of DJ Joes.
I went through that for years. So like
Right.
before DJing, I was rapping, and my original rap name was Mike Rocca, MIC, like microphone.
Right.
Rocca. Dude, I would get everything from Mick Rocca to MC Rock it was never right. So I just changed it to Mike, like Michael. And I was like, let me just do it this way and everybody will get it right. And sure enough, it's fine.
Right.
So wait, let's go back. So you didn't know how to mix before you got booked for your first gig. And then you said, okay, Artie, listen to this. Then you said you learned how to mix in a couple hours. Artie.
Oh, you think I did not catch that? You think I did not catch that?
Tell Christine your story. Have you heard Artie's story?
This is
No,
like
tell me.
episode 2.
So you know Tito Aris, right? His dad.
Oh yeah. Okay.
All right, continue, Cardi.
So, well, when I started helping my dad when I was like 12, like turning 13, and my dad would be the one teaching me how to mix, and we'd be in my basement. I'm practicing with the turntables, and I could not figure it out. And all my dad would tell me is, you just got to feel the music. You just got to feel the music. Transitioning from one song to the other. And I could not figure that out until I'm practicing like 2 to 3 times a week in my basement for an hour. And after a year, one of my dad's DJs came over to pick up his paycheck, and he's like, "Oh, is Artie in the basement?" And he saw me mixing, so he's like, "I'm gonna go down there." So he went down there. He's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm trying to figure out how to mix." And then he's like, "You just have to get the first beat, that you want to start mixing in, and you just match it with the first beat that you're gonna transition into." And right after I figured that part out, it was boom, instant. It was instant.
But his dad for 1 year just said,
For 1 year, just to figure it out.
you have to feel it. All you have to do, you have to feel it.
Yeah.
I can't tell you. You just have to feel it. When he could have just said the first beat and then play it at the same time.
So Lucid asking, was it Alan? Yeah, that was Bad Mix Boy. So if you see Bad Mix Boy in the chat, sometimes he's on here too. Yeah, he's the one. Like boom, 30, like literally, like 5 minutes. He had me figure. I figured it out.
We always love to see how long it took.
Benchmark we have.
Yeah, what the benchmark is.
Learning how to.
Yeah.
Yours is quickest, KrisCut. Yours is the quickest.
A couple hours.
Song structure as a singer, right? You're like, okay, chorus, verse, verse, chorus, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, Confusion said, like, being thrown in the deep end and swim. Here's like, here's 2 records, blend them together. And then you're like, so my favorite memory of that, learning how to mix, was DJ Slip. We had the acapella of I Need a Girl by Puff Daddy, the one that goes, I need a girl to ride.
Yeah.
So we would play the instrumental. He saw, okay, I want you to take the acapella and throw it into the instrumental. And that's how he taught me, okay, that's how you do acapellas into instrumentals. So I still had to do the whole, remember, like, back then we had records, we had 12 inches with the instrumental, and then and he was teaching me how to do all of that too. Like, okay, you put the 12-inch instrumental on this side, and then you figure out on what count to drop the 12-inch single actual verse, especially if it didn't have like a good beginning, like scratch it in like this. And so it was like a crash course, but luckily, like, I was able to pick it up. And also we had a lot of compilation records, so it was okay, just mix these 32 bars, whatever it was the count, 16 bars, 32, and that was it. I mean, and then I was thrown into the gig, and I was like, okay. I'm like, here I am.
So how did the first gig go? There we go. Yeah, but how did the first gig go?
I don't remember the first gig exactly, but I have a really fond, awful memory of what happened one time. Because we all have our own styles of mixing, right? Some DJs like to leave the fader in the middle and then mix up and down.
Yeah, so, that's what I do.
Yeah, so that was me, right? So DJ Slip goes to the restroom and says, here, mix this next record in, right? And I'm like, oh shoot, I'm nervous, right? So I think it was like Only You or something and another track. And so in my headphones, right, it's so loud in the club, I'm mixing these 2 tracks together and I'm going up and down like this, right? Okay, so I'm like, oh, okay, I got it. And it felt so flawless. I'm looking down. I'm not looking at the dance floor. I'm looking down. I'm like, you got this, right? And then I'm like, great mix. And I look up and everyone is staring at me because the fader was closed. On the other side.
I was going to say,
in the middle.
You're mixing and there's no music.
I'm mixing and there's no music. So you just hear the other song fading out slowly. And then I'm like, yeah, victory, right? And I look up and people are just like,
oh no.
Because I was so used to my style, putting the fader in the middle and mixing up and down at that time, instead of back and forth on the bottom. And he had put the fader
Yeah.
to the other song, so I'm like putting up the other song. I was like so happy. And then everyone's like giving me that.
Artie does that. Artie mixes like that, right? You mix
Like
with
up
the
and down
with
mix?
with the
From
the
left to
fader.
right.
Oh, left to
Crossfader.
right.
Yeah, I go left to right. I usually go left
He
to
goes
right
left
with the
to
fader. I've been practicing actually since the pandemic and since being on Twitch. I have been practicing going up and down on the
I go up and down.
control.
I turn off when I do wedding gigs. I turn off the crossfader because
yeah.
because I hit it with my tie all the time. So like
yeah.
Yeah.
It's either my tie or it's my jacket. So
Yeah.
now,
if
I'm DJing a wedding
I turn it
and
off.
I'm gonna start mixing, take it all off.
You take it off. I just turn
Take
off
it
the
off.
fade,
Take it off.
the mix, the fader. That's
Take
all
it
I do.
off. Roll up my sleeves. We're about to get down. Let's go. Yeah.
It's huge jacket time.
It's huge jackets.
I'm waiting for you to pull one out at a wedding or something.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm gonna add that to the package.
If we ever go back to F45, you better pull out Huge Jackman F45.
Oh, for
That's
sure.
too funny.
Huge Jackman is going to be out in public.
Nice.
It's just
I
a
can't-
matter of time. It's just a matter of time. Yeah.
Uh,
Actually, so to the non-DJs in the chat. So
Yeah.
when we're talking
That's
about
funny.
crossfaders, you have a mixer in front of you, right? And you have like a left deck and a right deck. So it could be the two turntables, or it could be your controller, whatever. But you have a mixer right in the middle that controls the volume and which deck is like the active deck. So that crossfader, if it's on the right side, then the right deck is the one that's active, and then when the fader is to the left, it's the left deck that's active. And with the crossfader, depending on the DJ's settings or DJ's preferences, you can actually go you mix from one deck to the other using that crossfader, going from one side to the other. So
Yeah.
that is the
Yeah,
quick,
so basically I had it off. So like it was on the right, the music's playing on the right side, and the like fader is only set there. If it's in the middle, you can hear both, right? Because you're mixing. So yeah, I just was so like, that's so stupid. Like I learned real quick, like to always check now. Once you make a mistake like that,
you never do it again.
You never
do it again. Yeah.
You never do.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was so crazy to me. Like all the things that ever went wrong, how you say it'll never happen again. Like lately, everything's been okay. It's never happened again. But I feel you with the jacket thing. You guys that do the jackets with the wedding.
Yeah.
I was doing a gig at the pool, and it's that big stadium pool, and my jacket kept getting caught on the fader. So like the music would like shut off, and this place is echoing like crazy. So when you hear the music cut off, it's really drastic. So
That's when you just that's when you just run with it. You start doing tricks with your jacket. Like you just like you do the halftime, like the halftime on the other deck, and then you just go back and forth with your jacket, dude.
With my jacket.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's trick time.
Oh my goodness, too funny.
Yeah, but you're right. Like once, right? I was waiting actually for Raph to be the one to give a
To explain it,
time.
maybe
Yeah,
next time when
next time.
Artie sings, I can explain all the
I was
technology.
gonna say, okay.
That's a good idea. Next time when Artie sings, next
KrisCut
week,
and I are gonna have a duet tonight.
boom,
We're gonna sing her
Duet
Black
time.
Pearl track.
we found your Black Pearl track.
we found
If you ever found
It's
that
coming.
track, I would cry. It's not online, okay? That's how crazy it is. It's not
Everything's online.
one of those things.
Everything's
No,
online.
this one's not.
Okay.
But if I come on the show again, if I can get it from my friend, I will play a portion of it. But yeah,
All right, part
it was
2.
terrible. It was terribly good, but bad because we were like, this is our song. We were like, I love it, but then I was like, oh, that's not really that great. But so anyway,
Yeah, so you hit the you get your bad gig. Was that that's early, right?
that was early on,
That's
so
probably
never
early.
did that again.
Yeah.
So I think Old School Schmo asked in the chat something about did I use his library or like his records. We actually
Yeah.
had our own. So at first I was getting like leftover promo records to practice scratching and blending with, right? And then eventually we had to we were gigging separately where we had to buy separate, records. So I did have my own set of records. And records were so like expensive back then sometimes, right? Like for a compilation, it was like $15.
Yeah, $15. And then all you want like is
Yeah.
2 songs.
All you want is
Yeah.
2
It's like-
songs, and you
yeah.
paid $15. So we had to like me and Sheridan would
Yeah.
double up and spend like $60 for like what 4 records or something, and then
Yeah.
at one point
For like 5 tracks.
for 5 tracks. Yeah, it was a pricey thing. So people wondered why we charged so much back then. It was because Lethal, give me all the Lethal Weapons and Wicked Mixes, Kid Chris, for real. Yeah, vinyl was expensive, old school schmo. So I mean, yeah, definitely. And then there would be times where I would have a record that DJ Slip wouldn't have, or vice versa, and we would take it out of each other's DJ bag. And then at a gig, I'm like turning around and I have like 30 seconds left to find a song. And I'm like, fuck, where's my record? Sorry for cursing. I was like, where's my record? And then I go home and I yell. I'm like, where's my record? You didn't put it back, or vice versa.
So wait, good question
that was a
then.
challenge.
Are you guys at this point in the beginning together yet?
At this
Are
point,
you a couple?
we're dating, of course, because it was kind of like that cliche, like the violins played and stuff, because like we started to have this common interest, because we were like so platonic.
Yeah.
There wasn't like he had to like really go courting me. It's like we liked each other, but at the same time, I just got out of this like crazy relationship. I was honestly just trying to date like a couple people at a time, which was weird for me because in college I had like I was not a player kind of person. I would like, I had very long-term like boyfriends, a year for a boyfriend, 9 months, a year. Like that was long-term for college. You're supposed to be having fun, right? You're supposed to kind of be buck wild, supposedly, but I experienced that, like trying to see who I wanted to be with or what I wanted to be after that last breakup. So I was dating like a couple people, like trying to get to know people. And he was one of them. I was dating a couple guys, to be honest, at a time, and I was trying to figure out everything. But eventually I ended up with him, of course. So
Talk From Home isn't just about DJing. We want to know your love life too.
Love life, I know. It's like,
how did it for real? How did it happen? Like,
what's the story? Like,
what's the story? There's got to be a story.
Yeah. How did Slip win?
If he's watching right now, he fell in love with me when I learned a flare scratch in 5 minutes. Ooh.
Love it first flare.
Love it first flare.
Sure.
Actually, you could ask him. The moment that he said it kind of clicked for him was every Wednesday he had this Tomo's Garage Crew. It was a bunch of guys that would go practice in a garage, like cutting it up. You know how you guys would have the DJ meetups? Like, they would all go DJ and like practice scratching together. So he brought me to one of those. He brought me to like this thing. So I'm like, the only female in a garage of like 10, 15 guys practicing scratching. And I guess one of his guy friends, I was like, cutting it up. He goes, hey, is she single kind of thing, And I think a light bulb went off in his head, kind of like, oh, shoot. Like he was kind of like, oh, shoot, I think maybe we should. I think he said something like to the effect where like, yeah, I'm like working on it. That sounds bad. Like I'm working on it to his friend. And that's when it clicked to him like, oh shoot, I should try to like make it work.
Yeah. I should work on it.
That's what he did.
It was like, I should work on it. And I was like,
the calculating happened when the guy
it was
asked.
like, oh shit.
He was like, actually, well, I'm working on that, bro. Back
off. Yeah. The guy thing to do was probably one of those like, oh yeah, bro, I'm working on it. So, yes, and Jayless, your cousin Goose would be at those cut sessions as well. Yeah, so a lot of the old school DJs, like, were in those. So, it was So for me, I always joke with DJ Slip, and I say, you're lucky you taught me how to DJ, because I probably would have ended up with whoever taught me how to DJ, because you find that mutual love. I know, right? You said ouch, because I would say that.
That's
like,
cold.
You're lucky. But joking in a joking, loving way, because we were such good friends. It was kind of scary when the pivotal point of our the whole DJing for me was he got invited to DJ out here in Vegas, and we had just started dating. So somebody heard his mix CD at a mall, of all places, a mall, and was like, "Can you want to audition for this nightclub that's opening in Vegas?" So him and another friend came down to Vegas to audition for this nightclub. It was called Risque back then. You guys heard of Chateau here in Vegas? Risque was the club before Chateau. And
I remember Risque.
Yeah, Risque. That was DJ Slip opened that club. It was the first of the starting generation of mega clubs back
Oh,
in
wow.
2003, 2004.
Mhm.
And he was like, look, it was a shy come with me moment. Like, hey, I got this thing in Vegas. Do you want to maybe move out to Vegas with me, or should we break up, kind of thing? Right? Like, it was like, because we were such good
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, it was like no hard feelings almost. Like, I could have said, okay, well, let's not, you know? But the timing was so right where I was already graduating college. So he went ahead and 6 months later, I followed him. But really, otherwise, I probably might have said no, right? And then been stuck in LA. Not that being stuck in LA would have been bad, but my DJ career would have been a totally different story, right? Because at this point I'm already DJing, so he taught me. I'm sure I would have probably still ran with it,
Mhm.
or maybe just did it like part time and did something in the music industry, like writing commercial jingles or something, songwriting. So that's our love story, like as far as how we ended up together. We were just boyfriend girlfriend, of course. We weren't married at that point. He proposed a few years later. We've been married since 2010. So, 2008.
Wow.
Just kidding, babe.
Oh, you messed it all
I
up.
was like, that's easy math, but this is
I
also
thought
easy math.
you said
12
2008.
years.
You did say 2008, not.
I
Yeah,
2000,
You said
12
2008.
years.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
I
got your
said
back.
2010.
Yeah. Yeah.
2010 was something else.
Yeah,
That was
something
something else. Yeah.
else. Okay. So yeah.
So you,
Chris.
Oh, I have a
Kinikile.
picture of here. You risque.
Yeah, me at Risque. So yeah, I know there's a few photos. I don't know if we did the order. I should have probably looked at the photos again. Yeah, so there were two rooms. That was the side room. That was the red room because they would do like house music in the main room. But look at that mixer, yo.
Yeah, the Denon
Yeah,
The
wow.
mixer.
rotary. Like,
yeah.
Yes.
so at this point I'm playing hip hop, and I was a hardcore hip hop DJ, guys. I was so hip hop. I almost, like, I didn't say I didn't like house, but I just was really like all about hip hop in 2003, like, and early in my career, because the whole turntablism and the hip hop culture, the breaking, the b-boying, all that stuff. So this was the red room, and then eventually the hip hop got so popular we had to go into the main room, and they put the house music in this room. So
Oh,
it was
wow.
like a flip flop, because when I first moved to Vegas, hip hop was the thing. I was working like 4 or 5 nights a week, different venues, because hip hop was like very strong. So yeah.
So
So
I know
yeah,
Koi just pointed out the CDJ 100 or 200s that are sitting in front of you.
the
Like
top. Yeah, I
the
didn't touch
first generation.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
I
didn't
bet
touch those.
I'm gonna say, because you're saying you were hardcore hip hop DJ, that you looked at those and you were like, nope, like, get them away from me.
No, I looked at this and I was a little bit like lost because I'm so used to the whole compact setting as a turntablist. I was like,
Yeah.
this is so far
Oh,
away and I'm already
you're used to the battle
small.
style,
Yeah,
Yeah.
battle
right?
style.
So
Yeah. So having the
this is
turntables
how.
configured
Oh
is
yeah,
awkward
so
for
far
me.
away.
Yeah,
I
it
wouldn't think
feels
about it like that.
far.
It also
Yeah.
doesn't help that this is probably like a 19-inch wide mixer.
Yeah, it's like, this is so far. DJ Slip
Yeah.
popped in here. Have you been lurking, babe? Sorry. I was telling our love story. He probably, oh, okay.
He had a comment.
What was his comment? What did he say?
Oh, here it is.
Hi, fam.
No.
No, that's not the one.
There is another
She
one.
said no.
Go above a little bit
Oh, I'm
more.
scared to look at what the comment is. The before that. Oh no, I'm scared.
See, I heard.
Okay, I heard that. Which
That's
part
when he
did you
popped
hear?
in.
What am I getting in trouble for now? What did we?
He heard
what did we do?
2008.
2010.
2008.
Yeah, well, no, I said 2010. It's 2008.
2008.
So.
No, you never said 2010. That didn't
You never
happen.
said
Okay, that didn't
12
happen.
years. I did the math.
12 years.
We have to get our guests back before the husband's back, unfortunately.
And
2008. 2008.
So this year was probably like around what, 2000?
I want to say
Three,
5 or
four?
6. Oh, no, yeah.
5 or 6?
I don't know.
Okay.
DJ Slip, can you help me out? Some of the timing is weird of that photo. I just can't remember. I think it was early. I want to
But
say
it was
2004,
mid-2000s.
2005. Yeah. And then I
Yeah.
came back again because I took a break from that venue. And there were many times where we flip-flopped venues a lot. Managers were changing, things like that.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
So
2004, 2005.
around this time, we're looking at the infancies of social media. And to those of you that don't know who this guy is,
Oh wow.
to those of you that don't know who this guy is, his name is Tom. And
Tom,
this is
Facebook?
MySpace Tom.
MySpace.
MySpace,
Not
my
Facebook.
bad.
Yeah, MySpace Tom. And so if
That
you
is
had
awesome.
a MySpace account and you saw like your top friends, number one was always Tom.
Your first friend.
And a lot of many people's second friend was KrisCut. Is that right?
True. That is
Like
true.
it was always that Asian girl right next to Tom.
Wait.
And I always wanted to know. I'm like, who is that Asian girl? And it was
Actually,
KrisCut.
no, it was Tom, and then it was Tila Tequila.
Oh, Tila. It's Tila, and then
I
you're,
would
like,
be up
in
there
that
too.
top-
Yeah, sometimes
yeah,
I would
you're in,
end
like,
up in the top of
5.
people's because I had started social media so early, and then on MySpace I had 250,000 followers. And I was very vocal on my MySpace page. I was like very controversial. I was young. I was like, I burned a few bridges with the things I would post. I'd post stuff about what is this ad for this DJ that they want that just needs to look good behind the turntables, like all that. Tom was the face of MySpace. I don't think he was an owner, but he was the face.
He was the face. I think he was the creator of MySpace.
Yeah, I think he was a co-creator.
And then I think he eventually sold it off.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah.
It's still around, but I think I tried to access my page.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, and then I put, hi guys, I'm going to try to be on here more often, and that was my last post. Because it switched to my
Stay tuned.
Music. Yeah, stay tuned. And then it was like radio silence. But I think one of my friends is involved with that. Our friend Roz, I think you probably know her too. But yeah, so that was at the MySpace party I DJ'd with DJ Icy Ice. We DJ'd the LA MySpace party, one of the LA MySpace parties. So I actually got a photo with him. So
that's dope.
So that's cool. That picture. And then I think there's a picture I sent you of my very first guest gig somewhere, and that's the picture of Rain. It says Rain, it's purple, and I'm pointing at the sign because I was first time ever on a billboard at the Palms.
Yep.
And that was my first ever guest spot right there, and I'm like, that's my name, I'll be like that kind of thing. So
cool.
I'd be that excited too. I loved Rain nightclub.
I loved Rain. I loved Rain. That was the first big nightclub I went to in Vegas. Was Rain.
Rain, Rain in the Palms. Yeah, it was right. Awesome. It was the crazy lights. It was very
It was another unique world when you went.
You had Rain, and then above that was Moon, right? Or the rooftop was Moon.
Later, yeah.
No, I thought it was Ghost Bar.
Ghost
Bar.
Very,
very Ghost Bar was top of Palms. Yeah, that was fun. Those were fun days. A lot of that's not there anymore, right?
Ghost Bar is now rebranded. I forgot what Ghost Bar is called now. But it's still there, but it's not Ghost Bar.
Still there. I think Vegas is the only place where big nightclubs still do well. Chicago doesn't. They don't do well here anymore. They stopped for a long time. No, we had our time, and then everything turned into a ultra sports bar. Yeah, that's what Chicago became. It stopped becoming clubs. So, but it's awesome that you guys still have mega nightclubs there and big crazy parties.
I mean, they were doing besides the whole COVID thing. Before that, what would happen with me, I thought I was jinxed because I would honestly be the final DJ at a lot of the clubs that were closing. They'd be like, "Oh, your club's closing." I was like, "Dang!" I felt so jinxed. Multiple clubs.
You're the Black Widow.
Yeah,
the Black Widow was the one that was like, "Oh, well, she's a resident there. That shit's gonna close soon." No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't that bad, but
wow.
But I'm saying it was at one point unusual that the mega clubs were drowning out all the little places, and the little places would try to kind of revamp themselves as a different club, change the paint, change the furniture, and then multiple nightclubs tried to do that, and just these big mega clubs did take a lot of energy out of the smaller clubs. So rebrand, just change the paint, change the name, change the owner, whatever, but it's still pretty much felt like
It
the
was
same
hard.
place.
It was probably hard to keep up with that production value. I mean, the
Right.
value of the big nightclubs that are funded by like Palms, right? They're funding
Right.
2 different clubs in their building, and these smaller nightclubs just don't have that like production value. They're not bringing in the big DJs. They don't have like cannons going off and fire shows and
Right.
Yeah.
laser lights. So it's hard to compete with something like that. I can see that.
Yeah, it was crazy. So I saw that growth. I saw the change. I wasn't there as early as some of the people that were there in the late 90s with the more common local clubs, like the beach. I think in my college years, I went to like the beach. They were like, we're going to the beach in Las Vegas. I'm like, there's a beach in Las Vegas. I thought like, dude, like little beach. Like it was called the beach. It was like a little local club behind the bar, like behind the bar, behind Las Vegas Boulevard, and next to the church. There's a Catholic church on the strip. There was
Yeah.
like,
I think I know what you're
yeah,
talking
so
about.
it was
remember
like
that.
around there. There was called the beach. It was like felt like a college bar, but it was like one of those places. So the transformation of Vegas has been pretty crazy for the last 17 years that I've lived here.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
pretty
even the
interesting.
last 10 years. So my parents live there. I've been back and forth between Chicago and Vegas a lot. And even in the last 10 years that they've been there, things aren't recognizable when I went back. So I didn't see them for like 3 years. And I went back 3 years later and it didn't look anything like it did
Yeah.
when I was there before. It was crazy. Like, it was right when they had built the link and everything like in that area. They redid all that link part with the Ferris
Ferris
wheel.
wheel.
Yeah, and all that area right there, that whole new
different.
touristy spot. I know, it just seems even the feel was so different. It turned into a very I guess like touristy boardwalky type thing, which was pretty cool. I mean, because In-N-Out went there, so I mean, I was happy.
White Castle,
yeah.
In-N-Out,
yeah.
Olive Burger. Oh, there we go.
In-N-Out.
I was there the weekend White Castle opened, and
In Vegas?
the line
Oh,
was
the line.
crazy.
What year was that?
God, that's 7 years ago. 7. No,
Yeah, it was a while ago.
5 years ago. That can't be 7 years ago because Perry was with me. So probably like 5 years ago. That was I've never I love White Castle, but I wasn't gonna stand in line for like
You're gonna
4
stand in
hours
line.
for it.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
you have
you
it in
taste it.
Chicago.
Yeah, I guess so.
So, KrisCut, what was your favorite venue, or what is your favorite, or what was your favorite venue to spin at?
Both is and was.
Yeah.
Is and was. Well, if it's already open, but they don't have any more. Is of course all the properties at Park MGM. I think they reopened as a non-smoking casino, which is interesting because I haven't been back
Oh.
since. So I don't think any of the venues are open as far as like music wise, because
Mhm.
all of us that were full-time DJs under these agencies, everyone lost everything, and then some people are okay with collecting unemployment or PUA, so it was hard to go back. But my favorite had to be Voodoo on top of the Rio, or it still is
Yeah.
too. Yeah, because you bring people
I
up there
remember
and
Voodoo.
they're just like so shocked at how beautiful it is to see the
Yeah.
city from the top, and you're dancing on the 51st floor of the Rio. But I don't think I think the Rio didn't even reopen after this whole thing. The Rio
Really?
remains closed, so it's sad.
Oh wow! Like
Yeah.
the
My parents'
entire
favorite
building.
buffet.
Yeah, the
I
building.
know. I was just like, I remember the
Wow.
buffet at
The
Rio.
buffet. That's my parents' favorite.
You gotta take a
buffet
bus
is
there.
The
Yeah.
buffet to the Rio, yeah.
I remember staying at the Rio for my 21st birthday because like all the rooms there were suites,
Yes.
and so
Pack-
that was
Filipino, pack your 20 friends into one room.
that's exactly what happened.
That is
That's
accurate.
actually- if you see like if I don't know if Bernadette 773 is in here, she was one of the people in my room like during that during my whole 21st birthday party, like extravaganza weekend,
Yeah.
crazy weekend. That was fun.
21st birthday in Vegas, right? You're like, we gotta go to Vegas. Everyone says that. We gotta go to Vegas. We gotta go to Vegas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Rio buffet. But I don't know, Rio's buffet, like not like when I passed by it within the last few years though, it wasn't like how it used to be. The buzz around it, was kind of gone because the more popular buffets that took over is like Cosmopolitan's Wicked Spoon, amazing
Oh, yeah.
buffet.
I've been
you
there.
know, like the Wynn's buffet. So I mean, there are other buffets that are like competing, the M buffet all the way, you know. So you
I
guys
like
know I
the
could talk about food
Bacalao.
forever, so
Yeah.
don't get me
Oh.
started with food.
Yeah,
Caesar
Caesar
Palace
Palace.
buffet.
I'm hungry
Yeah,
now.
I know,
Bacchanal,
hangry.
Bacchanal.
We're all
Hungry
That's what I'm
hangry.
talking
Hi,
about.
Yeah,
Lance and Wynn. Hi,
Caesars.
everybody.
I want like a sandwich.
Lon.
Caesar Palace buffet.
Yeah,
is
Caesar
dope.
Palace.
And Cosmopolitan has the not just that buffet, but the good restaurants too. They've got Milk is there, right? And then Fogo.
Fogo de Chao.
No, the other
Good.
one, the Asian restaurant that's run by David Chen. I forgot the name of it. I'll have to look it up later.
Okay, I know.
We'll need a post show fact check. But
Momofuku.
Momofuku, there you go.
There
Momofuku.
it is. Oh, we love eating there. Yeah.
Yeah, they've got some really good restaurants that's in Cosmopolitan, right? That's on the third floor or
Yes,
something.
Cosmopolitan has so much good food.
Yeah, that burger place in the Cosmo.
Like Royal Buffet out here. That's
Royal
that
Buffet.
is
That's
the
awesome.
best in.
Wait, did Brothers
Chicago
Keeper say
Center.
that? Because
Yes,
last
you
time-
did.
Of course you did. Because every time our family's in, your family has my family meet at Royal Buffet. And I'm like, y'all could go anywhere in Chicago and you live in Vegas and you go to a buffet in Chicago. I say it every time. Like,
It's
"Y'all
not
go to a
even
buffet."
Chicago. It's
But you know what I'm
Schaumburg
saying. But they come
or
visit home.
Darien.
Hey,
They come
what's
visit
wrong
home
with,
for
what's
the
wrong with
Atlanta
Schaumburg?
buffet.
Nothing.
Nothing.
But
Best friend Roy
it's
Choi.
not Chicago.
So Kbonics here says best friend Roy Choi.
That was
Roy
one of my
but-
favorite residencies too, because where else could I play West Coast LA throwback hip hop, like grimy stuff? People are eating and they're just like, oh, like they're playing like Gangster's Paradise or something in the background. Like, oh, this is good barbecue, because it was like that whole bodega feel. Yeah, so that was the first time
You
DJ
guys played-
360 and I ever played together. That was the first time
Cool.
we met in person, is because they're like, KrisCut, we want you definitely as one DJ. Do you have any other DJ friends that you could recommend? Right. So I'm trying to go through my head. I'm like, who can I get? You know, of course, my best friend, DJ Asia, is in Seattle and she's already booked. And then I thought, you know what? I've never met Jinky in person, but I followed her on her social media and I knew she did Snapback and I knew she did all these throwbacks. Like we basically it's the same style. And it would be really dope if I tried to contact her. I just felt in my gut. I'm gonna call this girl, you know. And so I think I like messaged her on IG and I was like, hey, are you busy New Year's Eve? You know, shoot me a text back or a call back. I forgot what I did, but she was on the plane back from the Philippines or something. And she luckily she was on Wi-Fi at that moment. She saw the message and she contacted me. And so we were able to lock her in. And that was our first time hanging out in real life, or even like, you know, we knew of each other for so long, but now we're like really close, you know, like.
That's so dope.
Yeah, so because of music, you know, the love for music and everything, you know, and social media was such a huge help. I would not have found her if I wasn't following her, right? So we have a lot of mutual friends, but still, like, things are meant to be like that. And then she started getting a lot in Las Vegas, and I was so happy for her because she's so talented, and I love her to pieces. So 360, if you're listening,
Cool.
wait, just the picture thing.
What
Shout
year
out
was
to
that?
360.
Yeah, what year was
Do you
it?
remember?
2019's New Year's Eve. So 2020.
Nice.
That. So this is before COVID. This was the
Right before COVID.
Oh, like just recent. Got it.
Oh no, wait. Like I take that back. Doesn't it say December 31st? We have to look at
I
a
can't see
calendar.
the date. Okay.
I know you can say
Or the month. Or I'm sorry, not the month.
For the year. The year.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
19, my bad, a year ago. Yeah.
He's like 360 looks like Shakira. I can totally see there now.
I can see. That's all I see now.
Yes.
Oh, great.
Yes. Shout out to DJ Asia.
Hey, are you here?
We got DJ FaZe. DJ FaZe is from Seattle. Is
yeah.
here. So
Yeah, DJ FaZe. DJ FaZe
yeah.
because of, you know, DJ Asia when I go out to Seattle. So
yeah, it's crazy. I know DJ Asia too because
yeah.
we DJ'd out here in Chicago.
Yeah, she said one of her first DJ
Yeah.
cruises in Chicago. Isn't it so ironic? And
Yeah.
she's from Seattle.
Yeah.
So, wow, it's so crazy how the DJ world, we're all connected. Like, yeah, Arle one time.
Yes.
I have
Arle
two
one
quick
time.
things. Thing number one, Deja Vu, I saw your comment. Reach out to me via Twitch or social media. We
Yeah.
can talk. I'll hook you up.
Mike Rocca. Reach out to Mike Rocca. He's the
you can
Maria
find me.
Hill of DFH.
I am the Commander Maria Hill, only second to the director Fury himself. Maria Hill's the girl from Marvel.
Yes.
You know. Anyway, so that's who I am. Already dubbed me that.
Hey, she's dope. She's dope. I love Maria
She's
Hill.
dope. Yeah.
MC.
So I am AKA Commander Maria Hill. I was supposed to add that to my introduction today, but I got like emotionally.
It's understandable.
Set back.
It's understandable.
And add it.
It's all good.
My second question is Roy Choi. He's the same Roy Choi from that show, Chef Show, right? On
Right, yeah.
Netflix. Dude, I love that guy.
Yeah, he's awesome.
You know him? Next time I'm in Vegas, I'm gonna ask you if I can meet him because he's cool. I love that guy.
He shows up. Well, I don't know about now, but he would show up to the restaurant. I met him a couple of times.
Nice.
And the best compliment I got from anybody was when the GM said, or the person who hires the DJs for best friend said, Roy wants you to get booked more, and that was like a
cool.
huge compliment for me.
Very
So it was
cool.
so I felt so good because what all the West Coast stuff, all the stuff I play, and it would really made me so happy to be there, and that was like my favorite residency before all this went down. So yeah.
Nice.
So.
That's super dope. I love the flyer too because it looks like a Chinese restaurant's,
Yeah.
Korean restaurant's menu.
Robin
cover.
Shabatsky.
So
Let's
if you're
go to the mall.
the mall, Robin Shabatsky is the same actress that played Maria Hill in the Avengers
Oh
movies.
yeah. She's,
Oh,
'cause
that's
she's from,
her. Okay.
She's from
Got it now.
what's
How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's from that. Dope. So
Yeah.
that was so those are your favorites. So what was it? Best Friends. What was the
You're
name
just
of
thinking
the?
Korean barbecue now. Oh,
Yeah, I'm just thinking Korean barbecue too. My whole.
Is it hungry? We're all just like,
Think about going to the mall.
the four of us here, all
To
different
the food
things.
court, all those options.
So how did you? Was it kind of like once you got to Vegas? Was it just straight up like skyrocket, doing a bunch of clubs and you're in, or was it a slow process? Like I feel like the stories that I hear from you, it was pretty quick. Like it was like you and Slip were in and you were going, like hit the ground running.
So initially it was like that, but Risque was the only thing. So was a point where DJ Slip and I only had like the Paris, so we were like working one night. So off the bat, he was busy working every weekend. He was making good money. When I moved there in June of 2003, I had nothing except my day job was able to transfer me over. So I sold vitamins even in Las
Wow.
Vegas. I opened up, that little outlet by the 95, like the North Premium Outlet. I helped open that Vitamin World store up. Like I was an assistant
Cool.
manager. I was still working my day jobs, still like working a day job and DJing. So I wasn't like full-time DJing yet. I was still like, okay, well, I'm going to DJ when I can. So I would do that and then work like one like night a week somewhere. And then I also got, there's another fun fact I think not a lot of people know about me, that I was the like executive assistant to Hip Hop Hunt. You guys know those videos, Hip Hop Honeys? This is a mature audience thing,
Yeah,
right? So
I do.
you guys know what Hip Hop Honeys is?
No, I don't.
Unfortunately,
but
yes.
No.
hold on. We're gonna have to
Yeah, no,
figure
I'll
this
admit
out.
it, man. I'm not trying to hide anything here.
Okay, you know, right? Mike knows what Hip Hop Honeys is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
That was
don't.
like the music. Go ahead. You can explain. It's the music videos with the hot, like almost stripper girls in bikinis dancing, right? Like it was like a compilation, almost like the Girls Gone Wild.
So it's like Hip Hop Honeys was like, yeah, like DVDs. So I worked for the owner of Hip Hop Honeys. It's DVDs of like Francine D and import models, and they're dancing to hip hop music, and they're like kind of like, like doing the sex dances, and you would see their infomercials on late night cable, like send your cashier's check to a PO box,
Yeah.
those kind of commercial. So I was his executive assistant. So I went to a couple of the shoots. Like they had all these things. But the owner of that, he was actually one of the founders, I believe, of Source Magazine, Jonathan Schechter. So so if you know Source Magazine, he was a huge influencer in that. And so I worked for his company as an executive assistant for a while before I quit and then got busy DJing. So, I mean, I had flows of ebbs and flows. I had 2 times in my career where I lost major gigs or major contracts where I tried to go back to a day job, but then I kept getting sucked back in to DJing. You know what I mean? Like it was like, oh, you're not done DJing yet. So one of those was pretty recently too. Like one was like 2010, 2011 when like I said guys, not that I hated house music. I did not hate it. I just didn't understand it because there was so much different house and I still don't cuz like progressive, techno, euro, trance and all that, and I was like there's no way I could take this on and like represent it properly. I felt like I don't want to like dive into music that I might play wrong and then I'll get criticized for it because I was such a hardcore hip hop DJ. I was like, oh no, I'm just gonna stick with hip hop. But when you come to Vegas, you learn that you need to play everything. You know what I mean? You have to
Yeah.
like adapt or like not adapt or die, but So when the EDM scene came back strong in Las Vegas, I was just like, what am I gonna do now? And that was one of the lulls, like because EDM was popping, like all the nightclubs wanted dance DJs, and not a lot of people. They were trying to like push down the hip hop. So I tried to go back to work, doing a day job. Didn't work out. I ended up working back at Tao Restaurant. Um, and then I had another lull in like 2015 when I lost a huge contract and I went to do a call center job. So I had two major lulls that were kind of defining moments in my life where I was like, you know, I don't know if I want to DJ anymore.
Yeah.
But then of course I get sucked back in, and then before all this, after that lull in 2015 and I came back even stronger. It was my most successful years ever from 2016 till now. So you never know what life's going to throw at you, especially like entertainment career wise. Like we're not in a solid, you know what I mean,
Yeah, of course.
industry. So
How did
yeah.
you do in regards to transitioning to being such a hardcore hip hop DJ and all about hip hop, and then going into playing different formats, like especially EDM? Even myself, it took. I wasn't in EDM until the last like year and a half or two.
Mhm.
So I mean, I had to absorb a lot all at one time. Like, how is that going into an industry where that's everything that was the big stuff? And like, how did you take that?
Right. Yeah, because like I said, people were trying to suppress the hip hop. I guess they got kind of scared of it for a while or something. Like it was unusual because people would be like, "We want you to DJ this type of music," and then I would get like music from my friends. So I'd listen to the tracks and feel the vibe out. And I did a lot of like, they want you to play 4 hours of like that tribal house or the restaurant house, right? So just being able to your basic DJ skills are always so important. That's all, right? It's basically
Right.
as long as you know how to do the basics. Now it's all mental and like sound and vibe,
Hmm.
right? So for me, it was like just listening. So I think the one set I really loved on Twitch when I did that dance from home, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, like that was so fun for me because as DJs, we're always discovering what sounds we like. And I happened to just listen and be like, oh, I like this stuff. And I had no idea, like, this is what Dirty House is. This is what that. But it's all fun to me. And I'm so glad that, like, especially this platform, now we can play whatever we want.
Right.
And so, and there's no manager being like, oh, don't do that. Don't play that.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
like, that helped a lot. Like, I think just knowing that I had to, like, grow and develop my own tastes and like right now we're not being judged for it. People are actually enjoying that we're trying different things. So,
Yeah, and
yeah.
I was watching again. I was telling you I watched the interview with you and Slip
Mhm.
for that was on Facebook, and you were saying in an interview that something that stuck with me is that even though you're playing genres that you normally don't listen to, you're still playing music that you like that sounds
Mhm.
good to you, right? Like that's how I kind of felt too when I started playing, having to play more of different genres that I normally don't because of doing different venues. Although I didn't necessarily listen to all that music, I still played that type of music that still appealed to me. Like I would hear something, I'm like, I don't know what that is, but that sounds awesome. I like it.
Right.
I'll play that, right? But if I hear something that I don't like, but everybody else like wants to hear, I might not play that. Like I don't know. That's just me,
Right.
right? Yeah, when you said that in your interview, that kind of stuck with me because I feel like
Yeah.
I do the same thing. So
Right. It's your
that's pretty dope.
style. It's why people book you because they go, well, they like your taste in music, right? But
Yeah.
in Vegas too, like the whole we being hired for certain formats. Now that everyone in Vegas is open format, I mean the amount of music that's out there for us just is so mind blowing to think we're playing all these tracks like DJs remixes or just discovering all this good music is amazing. So
Yeah, and I think that's what you saying that I think the ability for us to get a hold of more music, right? Like as opposed to back in the day when all you had was the vinyl that you can buy and then you pick some things off of it. The fact that you've got this whole community of DJs making different edits of songs, making mashups of different music has actually opened up venues and to of more accepting of open format of whatever you want to play, as long as you get this crowd like hype, right?
Right.
And I mean, like my favorite thing to do is do mashups of like EDM, rock, and like different mixes of that kind of stuff, because I think that's, to me, that's the most like appealing to my ear when I hear that kind of thing. And that wouldn't have been possible without like being able to get that on the internet from a bunch of DJs just making these different remixes and edits. So I think that's pretty dope. And I think that's what, like, going back to what you're saying, like it's more open format everywhere, and it's dope. I like it.
Right. I love it so much. So I think one New Year's Eve, I don't know if I put that photo in. I should open up the photos. I think there was a picture of me with two security guards, and it says Chrome on it. And I did a 70s party at Santa Fe Casino. And I loved 70s music, but at the time I did that 70s party for that New Year's Eve party, I thought I knew 70s, but now I know even more 70s. Do you know what I mean? Like I thought I knew enough of it, and then the more you dive into a genre, you're like, wow. Like, and I think that's what like was crazy about house. There's like so much house music. Yeah.
Right.
You can have every genre remix of Uptown Funk.
For real, you can.
It's
All
true.
the remixes are
It's true.
amazing. So yeah.
And if there's not a trap version yet, just ask Brothers Keeper.
Yeah, they'll make a trash.
Actually, you know what? I should check. They might have one already.
Do you have a trap version of Uptown? Okay, so Saturday, I want to say something about trap versions. This is a really terrible story, but it's funny to me because I played, apparently on my stream, I didn't realize I played this. My friend M. Ballard, I don't know if she's here right now. She sent me an Instagram video of me, D. James, and Steve V doing Baby Shark trap version.
Trap version. I have. Yeah.
And then you see in the chat, right? Like I just happened to glance. You see in the chat's flying, and in caps you see somebody put unfollowed. And I was like, oh, because you know why? I hate that song. And I was drunk enough to play a trap version of it. I must have been really crumbly. The first and last time, it got me an unfollow, for goodness sakes. If you're ever playing Baby Shark ever again, I never played it before.
That's
it's okay. They're probably still following. They're probably following you now.
No, they're like unfollow. They're like, because I played Baby Shark and we were like this on the camera.
Oh, you were doing the hand moment.
Amazing. Wild. Saturday night. Oh.
If you can't appreciate a good Baby Shark remix,
I know.
Maybe they can get out and not be a follower anyway. It's fine.
I know,
because Baby Shark remixes are hilarious. They're funny when they come on. I enjoy them.
For real. And Ocho. Golly, you guys really make me dance. I'm glad though. Had I not put Dance Redemptions in my chat, I'd probably be like 20 pounds heavier. So. Yeah,
if I didn't have a Shakeway redemption, I'd be 20 pounds heavier too.
See, you all were like trying to make it work. Thanks, Brothers Keeper. You're right. Like sometimes you get in your feelings about people in the chat that troll. And shout out to all my mods that are here hanging out. I like all the mods, all you guys who mod for our channels, all the different mods. You guys, we love you so much. Thank you for like keeping everything under control and still letting the streamer have the fun that we want all of us to have.
Yeah,
so
big shout out.
Yeah,
shout out. So that's a good segue. So Twitch, congratulations.
Thank you.
On behalf of Talk From Home.
Partner.
Partner. Yeah, you need that one. You need that. Partner. So if you don't know, KrisCut did recently reach level of partner. She is the first partner that we've officially had on Talk From Home. So congratulations. Thank you.
Yay.
You broke our partner cherry.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna cheers.
Cheers.
I'll cheers to that. Salute.
Cheers to partner.
Salute to our first partner on Talk From Home.
So that's awesome.
Well, thank you guys. Well, that's
Let's
awesome. I'm glad
talk-
the timing happened like that.
Yeah, timing was perfect. I'm glad that happened right before you came on. So we were hoping it would, because we knew that you were on the road to partner. So that was awesome. How did Twitch start for you? Because I know you were doing Twitch before we found you doing Twitch. You were already on, right? So how did that start for you?
Twitch started for me. I actually signed up for an account in March. I already knew about Twitch for gamers, but I was doing a lot of Instagram and Facebook streams for friends and family. Like Facebook, of course, Instagram with like Snapback Live, and we got tired. Everyone got tired of getting cut off, so we're like, we need to make the switch to Twitch. That happened for me end of May. Back then, all I just had was like the picture that you see in my profile picture. That pretty much was it. It was just like the same camera I'm using now, and then like like different lighting because of my app on my phone, and then just like playing. Now we're all we've all evolved.
Yeah,
but
like DJ Wildcat's first stream.
I was there for DJ Wildcat's first stream, so we've all seen everybody grow up. It was the cutest thing. He was so nervous and adorable. I just want to pinch his cheeks because I was like, that was cool. He was like, sorry guys,
I'm always
it's not
nervous.
working. Like,
It was so funny.
Now we're like a whole other level with huge Jackman. I mean, what's going on here? Yes. So somebody in the chat said, what is partner? So partner basically anybody can become affiliate, but not everybody can become partner. So there's this thing after you get affiliate, it's called path to partner. Yeah, path to partner. So what happens is after you unlock affiliate, and what affiliate does is you do these certain goals, like you stream for like I think it was 8 different days, have 3 average followers, watch your 3 average viewers of your stream, and stream for like 25 hours or something like that, right? And then at that point, when you become affiliate, you can make money, right? Everybody in the chat that's new to all this stuff that we're talking about. So affiliate, that's why you see like the little like you can actually give bits, and bits are the little tips. So I know, sorry to whoever's brand new that doesn't know about this yet, but I'm trying to breeze through it, because affiliate is the next step after that is partner. And partner, you have to have 75 people watching your channel and stream for like 25 days. And I forgot the other requirement, but you have to do everything within a 30-day range.
Window.
Yeah. So like an old stream, say like I had 20 people watch me one day, and then the rest is like 75, 85, 90, 75, that 20 will fall off. And within a certain day, if you hit like this path to partner, after you hit that 75 average for 30 days, it'll say, congratulations, you can now apply for partner. Now, apply. That's like the crappiest word, because it says you can now apply. So what really like concerns me, that like really was hard for me to see, is that everyone that applies doesn't get it. This is not a guarantee. Okay. So if you just because you have the apply for partner, you apply, and then you wait and you wait, and they have hundreds of applicants applying for partner, like if not thousands. So you're waiting for like weeks and weeks, and during that time they're reviewing you, they're watching you. You don't know if someone's going to pop into your room, so you're like nervous, right? You're just like, what's going to happen to me? So the whole path to partner thing is definitely very stressful, because I see a lot of my fellow DJs, you guys want that partner status. Most of us want it because we want emotes, right? We want more emote slots for our community. But yeah, just know that it's a crazy thing, because once you apply, you're still being evaluated. So that 75 average, they still want you to hit 75, not even just 75. You have to average like 100 to 150 sometimes,
What?
And then because there's so many people applying for a partner. Remember, it's not just the DJs, it's the gamers, it's the foodies, it's the real life streamers. So the hundreds of, even maybe thousands a month they get, there's a team evaluating, right?
Yeah.
So a staff member can pop into your stream at any time, and they don't see that maybe you put in, like, for me, it was like 100 hours a month. I've been doing 100 hours a month since I started Twitch. That's how much Twitch I stream, right? So they could pop into the 5 minutes of your stream that you're just like, hi guys, I'm just waking up and getting set up, right? You don't know what moment they're in your stream. So you have to be on like
You're
Every
on
time you're on,
always.
you gotta be on. You have to like put your game face on. If, it's very tough, guys. Like, think about it. Like, you know, it's like the job interview that never ends. Like
Wow.
you're
Yeah.
think of it that way. Like your stream, like you're a good example of this is DJ Nick Styles right now, who's streaming right now. Energy all the time, the whole way through energy, right? Like you got to have that energy or show them what's so special about your stream at all times. Because they could pop into your stream for like 10, 15 minutes and then you could be like, you went to go pee or something. And later like, well, where's the DJ? So just think of it that way. And the numbers are so important because sometimes they'll just pass you up and be like, oh, well, they don't have that average. You never know. There's so many little things that can get you denied partner or that can get you accepted partner. And on the flip side of that, the whole being hard to get partner, there are people who have maybe done charity streams that have gotten, a member, like a Twitch employee has went into their stream, said, oh, they did a charity stream or something and made them partner on the spot.
I've heard that.
Okay. So I don't want you to feel like it's hopeless. And then, on other cases, people get invited. You get invited. You just get an invitation email like you've been invited to be partnered. Maybe they saw something on your stream that they liked. It could be so many variety of things. So don't think path to partner is the only way, but path to partner is the hardest way, and it's not guaranteed. And after path to partner for 4 to 6 weeks, you got to be on, and your numbers have to keep rising, or they're going to pass you up. You'll be like, no.
So it took another 4 to 6 weeks after you applied.
How long was your wait?
Like
after you applied?
5.5 weeks. Yeah, almost 6 weeks. So it takes a minute, guys. And I just don't want to not that I don't want to discourage anyone. I just want you to know you do work. And then when you become partner, you work harder. You know what I mean? It doesn't stop. It isn't like, oh, cool, I get my emotes.
Right.
Now you're like an ambassador. You're an ambassador of Twitch. You try to set good examples. You try to be a role model. Twitch wants people who are into doing charities, or they want you to know that you're in it for them. So yeah.
So if there was one maybe overall advice that you could give someone that's a middle level streamer affiliate, what advice would you give them, especially, and I think the hump that a lot of streamers, especially DJs right now, because we're new to the scene of Twitch, is getting that average. Your ability to have an average of 75 viewers for 30 days worth of 25 hours of streaming, what would you say to someone trying to get that and get to that first part, just get to that first area? What advice would you give them?
Yeah, so what's difficult about that is when we're coordinating raids, I consider myself mid-level because there's people who have 300, 400 people, right, in their channel. And then there's people that have 150, and we're only a small part of the Twitch world, right? There's gamers who have 10,000 people watching them, right? We're just DJs. The DJ community, you notice, nobody really spikes above 500, 600 viewers, unless you get put in the front page, which you got to be, lucky, or you're doing a charity stream, you coordinate somehow with them. But the hardest part was being that middle hump of averaging 40 to 65. Because it took me months to break that hump. So what I did is I did reach out, if you really want, I did reach out to different, streamers or Snapback or, friends and be like, hey guys, I'm trying to do the path to partner thing. Let's coordinate some raids, because you need high number raids. Because imagine, right, you start your stream goes 0 to 20 people your first 20 minutes. It does it in increments of 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes you're getting.
Oh, that's what the average is based on.
Okay.
So the average. So say right now, for us, I don't know how many people are watching. So it took a little while to get to 50, right? Maybe say it took 20, 30 minutes. Then we get rated by somebody and it's 170 people are in here, right? Your average will still taper off to be about 80, 90 at the end of the stream. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So just because you see that high number in somebody's chat after a raid or something, that's not going to be their average necessarily
Gotcha.
for the whole, right? Because it's increments of 5 minutes. And then,
so it looks at your whole stream.
And then how many people trickled in, how many trickle out. especially those big raids. So having those raids are important, and a lot of mid-level streamers like us, like when we raid, sometimes you do want to raid into somebody with already 80 or 90 people if they're trying to get path to partner. You know what I mean? You want that. So if you're a mid-level streamer, coordinate with other mid-level streamers on doing raids like that. You know, like what's your schedule like? Maybe can I get a raid from you? I mean, of course, knowing the DJ, you know, like you have your trusted DJ friends, and you know, you
Right.
have to build your community, and that's, you know, another topic we've always all talked about. We all know about that, but since we're all at this hump level, you got to like figure out
Pause.
who your fellow who your fellow mid-level range streamers are, and you guys can coordinate with each other, you know, and get your audiences to like maybe raid back and forth. Like you raid me this day, I'll raid you that day. And that's actually what me, Nick Styles, and Jaybird did for a while. We were like, okay, well, I know what time they're going on. I'm gonna, you know, do that so we can all apply, and you know, that was really crucial because that hump of 50 to 60, you see 60 people in somebody's stream, they're not averaging 60. Maybe they're averaging like 45 at the end of the day. So that high number isn't necessarily the number they're going to end up with as the average. So you can see why. So you can see why the path is so hard. It took me 3 months to actually be
that's
able
hard.
to apply. So you know,
Wow.
just a word, you know, you guys, it's like it was a struggle, to be honest. So
I knew it was a lot of work. I don't think
Yeah.
I knew that it took you 3 months to get a good month worth. Right? Is that's what we're saying, right? Is that it took 3 months of you working to get a good 1 month at the end, and then
Just to get a window.
just to get a window of time
Get a
where
window
you can
of
get that.
time.
Just to qualify.
Just to qualify
Just
to
to
apply.
qualify
To
to apply.
apply.
You know, I was at like 74.3, and I'd be like, oh, You know,
Oh
and
no, that's
I would have to
horrible.
wait for my next stream because you know you're not streaming every day. A lot of us
Right.
aren't.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
So I was like, okay, 70. Okay, so like that last month was just grind, and
Yeah.
like I would have to be like, okay, so you know, you try to find the right raid trains, you know, with the right people, you know, and then it was like I said, me, Jay Bird, and Nick Styles coordinate. You make sure that you guys pay back the raids back and forth, you know, for a little bit, but then you got to remember after all that is done, you got to keep the numbers up, right? So
Right.
you're
Yeah.
still like struggling after that. So you know, it was like I said, it was a lot of work. And then like sometimes, you know, the disappointment of not getting it is crazy too, because you're like, wow, like you work so hard for it, and then you're like, you know,
Good question from Brothers Keeper.
yeah, if you find yourself streaming strictly for the numbers during the time of path to partner, you are watching those numbers because what happens is if you say you get a big raid and you have like 150, and then you see it start slowly like trickling down. Sometimes it's good. Like DJ Flipside said this too, to kind of end on a high note and raid into somebody else. So you're kind of high up on the average because you don't want it to be like this, right? And then your average is going to be.
Yeah. So you'll
So it's
cut your
always good.
you would cut your stream at
Oh,
a point
yeah.
where your number's high to raid to the
Yeah.
next person. Like have somebody ready, and then you'd raid when your number's at a good number, and then go
Yeah.
over. That's
Like I would raid with 80
That
or
makes
90.
sense.
80 or 90 people. But then I would try to raid new streamers. But see, so I'm not opposed to raiding people who ask me that I know. Like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm trying to apply for a partner. If you have any raids you could send my way, that would be awesome. Like, I wouldn't mind that approach. But then other people are like, hey, just, you know, just can you raid me? Like, of course, we're like, well, why though? But you know,
Yeah.
like,
Who are you?
What?
who
Who
are
are
you?
you? I don't know you.
Yeah,
Right.
that algorithm is a tough algorithm. That last month is crazy.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was a hard month. So letting you guys know.
And a crazy percentage that I heard was that the difference between partner and affiliate is the same difference in America between middle class and the 1%. So
Is
there's
that what you heard? Wow.
yeah, I heard the percentage is really that is that only 1% of Twitch streamers are partner, and the rest
Wow.
are not.
That's crazy to
I mean,
that's
I
the
would
cra-
believe that.
I believe it because I mean
That's cool.
I think KrisCut personally is the only partner I know anyway. So, well then Flipside, right? Flipside's partner.
Flipside, yeah, Flipside's partner. And he was the one with the whole who I think mentioned it on an interview, like where he was like, okay, if I see my numbers tapering off, I will cut it like and rate somebody because you need that number to be high. So you know.
That's crazy. And then just the fact that you didn't know for 5 weeks, like having to sit
it was
and
stressful.
wait and whatnot. I mean, I talked to you for part of that 5 weeks. You and I were talking about it. And it's pretty. I could tell the stress in our text messages. So I totally understand. It's crazy. I don't know. So out there, the advice is if you're going to go for partner, gotta have strong heart, man. Like
Strong heart, strong numbers. They look at the numbers a lot, and you don't know if the person who's evaluating your application is from the music department. Because they could be anybody. It could be somebody from the lifestyle. Like who? It's like they stick. Like imagine they probably stick folders on there, and people are like, imagine the people that have to go through these partner applications are like, okay, I gotta look at this in real life streamer. I gotta look in this, and then maybe they're not even popping into your stream. They're just looking at your numbers, right? Like so you never know what factors can get you approved or denied. Or like I said, some people get invited. They're like, if you know who the person is at Twitch that goes around, there's a staff member that actually pops into people's channels. And he can be in your channel at any time. And then, if he sees you're doing something amazing, he'll be like, oh, I like your channel, or, let's just make you partner right now. So just don't think it's hopeless, but also you gotta, DJ Kid Chris is like, grind your face off. Like, for sure. Well, do body rolls on the stream help you get to partner?
Good question.
That's a great question.
Great question.
I don't know, but that would be really bad if they came into the stream and you're like body rolling. You're like, what is going on here?
Why would that be bad?
I don't think that's bad. I think that's great.
I don't think
it's
I think they wouldn't they be entertained?
I don't
saw
know.
somebody, just using a shake weight and doing some body rolls at the same time.
What if it was a super conservative person like that was reviewing your account?
I don't know if you could be on Twitch and be a super conservative person though.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes.
It doesn't seem like the environment.
There she is. DJ Asia is here. Were your ears ringing or what?
DJ Asia.
There you are.
What's up, Arlie?
We call each other Cooper. So it's crazy to think too, like the journey. Just you have to have a strong skin for it, because we've actually YouTubed like people that have applied for partner like 15 times and got denied every single time. Imagine applying and then you have to wait 5 weeks and then they give you a 2-week cool off and then you can apply again.
Yeah, but then you have to do the same thing again.
Do you have to come back into that window?
You have to have the number again.
The numbers again, and it restarts.
That crushes me.
Did you follow up like via email or anything like on the status? Oh, it just kind of.
No, it just comes to you. So it's like, oh, okay, yes, no, then
So I followed up on my emotes getting approved. I'm like, hey, it's been some time.
Oh, you've been waiting for your emotes,
No, but it got approved after I sent the email, so I wasn't sure if you expedited anything.
But you guys have instant emotes are able to be uploaded after a certain amount of time on Twitch. You have that ability to just upload them.
Yeah, so now like my emotes are coming up like almost right away now.
That completely reminds me. Actually, I actually think it's the first stream I saw of yours, KrisCut. You had hopped on and you said, I don't know, I'm so sorry I'm late because I was trying to get my emotes together.
Yeah,
I was trying to get my emails working and they weren't approved yet, so I don't have the emotes. And I think that was the first stream I saw from you.
Really?
Yeah, that was pretty funny. That was a long time ago. It was probably like March or something.
Yeah. Oh wow, Brothers Keepers, is that the number? 27,000 partners in a sea of 2 million active streamers.
What percent is that?
That's right. That's about 1%.
Isn't it
2
less
million?
than 1%?
Is it less than 1%? 2 million to 20,000.
Come on, math people.
Guys,
I'm horrible at math. But
it is 0.01.
Oh, it's 0.01. That's even less.
He's crazy.
You are in the Jeff.
No,
Bezos
sorry. It's
percentage.
1%.
Wee, sorry.
It is 1%.
Sorry, I had to multiply.
Move the zero.
Move the decimal point.
In the decimal point.
Oh, it is 1%. Yeah.
I feel like this is a recurring theme of Raph doing math on something.
Guys, I'm using my phone calculator today, so relax. I like to do handwritten math. But not
this is an
abacus. It's too big of a number.
Advocates.
Advocates. Oh my gosh.
Just go like this.
You're gonna be the official Talk from Home accountant.
There he
Oh,
is.
Yeah, we got
Don't know
we
if
got
you want
12 Tone
that.
Music in the building. What's up, Philip? So Philip has a question. Is there a huge difference in payment from Twitch from affiliate status to partner
Good question.
status?
So they said you get paid the same. The only difference for partner is you have to be a huge streaming partner to ask for more. I mean, you know what I mean? So you have to be like having like thousands of people watching you. And I don't know if as the DJ community is, from what we understand, it's still growing because we're about to go back into lockdown again, right? A lot of places.
Oh yeah, it's only gonna increase.
Yeah, it's gonna increase, but at the same time, yeah.
You get ad
DJing
revenue?
is-
I heard you have ad
We
revenue.
do. So I can't tell. I could probably be more informed after I look. I still just got paid as partner this last time. I mean, as affiliate this last time. So my next partner check, I'll let you guys know if there's a change. But I still do get the ad revenue and stuff. The other partner thing is like I have direct access to an employee at Twitch. I think for the
I heard that.
partners.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
I
what
needed
did they do
something.
for you?
I know. Let's go find us.
Yeah, go find out. Let's find out. Wait, why don't you call them live?
How about you share your screen right now?
Yeah, hit them up on the stream right now. Let's find out what they do.
Yeah. Introduce them to the SM Home DJs. Introduce
like,
them to This Is Rap and Mike Rocca and DJ
know their
West.
roles
Introduce them
and
to us.
responsibilities.
Make sure they know that you're on this interview with people that have streams as well.
That's exactly what's going on.
Let's email them. What are you going to do for me? And then I think there's like a monthly newsletter or something. I think I got it. It was like a newsletter and I heard you also get put on a different server, like priority server, and like you can have higher bit rate for your video.
So your streams, moving forward, your streams are going to be of higher quality. If you watch like Flipside streams or heavy streams, their bit rate's a lot higher.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
So I know with Heavy, DJ Heavy recently announced that he made partner on Twitch as well. And during that the announcement video on his Instagram, he showed a clip of him announcing that he was rejected when he first applied for partner. So like he was on this path to partner for a long time too. And I just wanted to see were you ever rejected when you were applying, or did you just have to wait those 5.5 weeks? Or do they even contact you or just communicate with you saying, hey, we have it?
No, they tell they don't contact you per se. They actually on your creator dashboard in the back end, it says thanks for applying for partner. We're reviewing your application. Okay, and then so I actually did initially get a
sorry.
We're sorry we can't.
I'm sorry to
offer
interrupt.
you.
Brothers Keeper, what server is D-Double on? I'm sorry, because if you watch D-Double,
yeah, I know. I wonder you're laughing. Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. That one got me. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I have interrupted you all show.
No, that's okay.
That was too funny.
He like snorted on.
I had to snort on live because that was hilarious, dude. Because he couldn't even.
Are you okay?
He couldn't even stream on the last one.
Yeah, he was having a bad internet. You guys are funny.
So yeah. as you were saying,
so they have the path to partner. Yep. Yeah, they just say just wait. They said usually we review in 2 weeks. Trust me, guys. I was like Googling. I'm like, how long does it take for this stuff to So initially, to be honest, I did get a we cannot offer it to you at this time kind of letter. But then like a few days later, I actually got an email that says you have been invited to be partner. So like I said, there's multiple ways to get it, So don't let like the initial, I was bummed that like I got no, we can't offer it to you. But then a few days later, I actually got an email to be invited. So don't let it bum you out. Like you don't know like what circumstances, like somebody could pop it. Like I said, somebody could pop into your channel, like especially if like other partners and you're you influence them, like they like pretty much like they vouch for you. Like sometimes people be like, oh, so and so didn't get partner, shoot, like you never know what can happen.
Yeah. Right.
So like just know that, guys. Like initially it was like, oh, we can't offer it to you. I was like, oh, it's the end of the world. I freaking worked my ass off, right? But I wasn't gonna stop streaming. You know what I mean? I just
course.
needed
Right.
like to like reboot. Like, what do I do from here? And then, like I said, the email came, and I was just like, oh, wow, okay, so something happened in between that. So just know path to partner is still a path to partner. It's a path to apply for partner. So you might not get partner even if you apply, but don't give up. Just keep applying, keep doing what you do. And, like, just know it's stressful. If you don't want to put that stress on yourself, just stream, guys. To be honest, like, there's not, I don't want to say that there's the benefits to partner. If you really, really want partner, like I really wanted it because I felt like I was an ambassador for Twitch because I'm always doing
Sure.
Twitch streams and like I'm always doing this, and I'm like, how crappy would that be for me to not get it? And I'm like this big ambassador for the platform, and do they even see
Right.
that? You
Right.
know what I mean? So I got lucky that somebody saw something in me and
I
decided
think that
let's.
that definitely says something about Twitch to understand that you have been
Right.
streaming for this long for this community, because again, and we're probably about to answer Philip's question, is that we're very new to the Twitch community. It's been around for a long time. DJs have been a small part of it, but due to COVID, we came in droves. Like the DJ
Right.
community kind of flooded the whole Twitch community, and took it as ours because of what Philip's talking about. Is that
Right.
I'm sure KrisCut, and you were saying earlier you were streaming on IG, you were streaming on Facebook, but those platforms were taking down our music and they were stopping us live. Like you were playing and you were getting stopped while you were playing.
Midstream.
Midstream. You wouldn't even get muted, you would just get dropped. Like they would just take you off of your stream. Now, Twitch doesn't do that. For those of you that don't know and aren't DJs, Twitch lets you stream your live stream, but if you have a VOD, which is the view on demand, the video on demand, recorded, they'll mute the parts that get caught by the algorithm, and you just can't listen to those parts because you get a copyright infringement on that. Recently, and what Philip's talking about, is there have been recent royalty issues with Twitch, and Twitch kind of fighting against the music industry in regards to the live playing of music, right? It's new. Something just recently came out on their policies, and their policy does say something about specifically not playing music that doesn't belong to you. That's number 2 on their policy right now. It's kind of a concern, but personally, Philip, I think some of the research I've been doing, and I've been keeping up on this, I wouldn't be concerned about our live streams at this moment. I would still just be concerned about the VODs. Though the Meet the VODs, they've made a conscious decision to not do anything about our live streams. And again, big thank you to Twitch for supporting, for silently supporting the community. They're not doing it in a, hey, DJs, we got your back. They're doing it in a, hey, we're not going to say shit, but we're just not doing the same thing that everybody else is going to do to you. And we'll do this as long as we can. No promises, right? And that's all we can ask for right now. So, So anybody that is this a mic drop? I think this is a mic drop. So anybody that is kind of thinking about that, about the Twitch situation, how we are, one thing I want to say to you and remind you of as a DJ, we actually are kind of guests here. We're guests in this community. And don't go complaining about your VOD getting muted, or I don't get these special privileges that other gamers get. Right now we're guests and we're trying to figure these things out. So be patient with them. Be patient with what they're giving them. Don't cause a stink right now. Let's just DJ, have fun, be respectful, be positive, and do what we're doing. Mic drop. Done.
There's the mic drop. Boom.
Boom.
But yes,
So
to piggyback what Mike was just saying, if you're a DJ streamer on Twitch here in this chat, I would suggest to either don't include your VODs, you can turn that off, or you delete it, you delete it within a timely manner, within, I would say, days, because in case you want to review your chat, you at least have that option to do that, because when you're streaming, you can record your streams through your OBS, and then you'll have a better quality of the recording. The only issue is you don't get to see the actual chat in Twitch. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but on my streams, I started putting a chat box in all of my scenes. So that way, whichever scene I'm switching from, I can at least see some type of chat there, because for me, I do have VOD still turned on my account, but it's only turned on for my subs. But I'm starting to delete them like after a couple days, and then I'm done with it, because I just want to have the chance to review any chats that I missed. But that would be my suggestion: is turn off your VODs, add the chat box in all of your scenes, and record on your own OBS, and then you can review the chats from there.
Awesome. Wow.
We just got a raid.
Raid from DJ
We got a raid.
Showtime.
Hey.
What's up,
Raid, raid,
Showtime?
raid.
DJ Showtime, perfect timing. Hey, Showtime,
Partner.
Showtime. If I can send you the StreamYard link, I think it's a perfect time for you to flex. Because DJ KrisCut just got partner, and we've been wanting you to flex on stream. So
Flex.
I think, we want you to flex for KrisCut being partner.
Yay. Actually, shout out to DJ Showtime too, you guys. If you guys don't know, DJ Showtime has been coordinating a lot of raid parties, like
Yes.
Twitch crawls. So shout out to him for wanting to even help the DJ community like that. Like him and DJ Fierce, people that you guys that are doing that, Dance from Home, you guys, everyone that's doing these things, we're all trying to build our communities, like shout out to all you guys who do this. You guys, Dance from Home, the OG Dance from Home, raid party. You guys are amazing. So everyone that's trying to help everyone with their goals, especially this whole path to partner, that's amazing. It's so nice to see that. What a wonderful, loving DJ community we have on Twitch. We all want to help each other out. So yeah,
Yes.
I see you guys.
And I think it's the
that
most
is one of-
positive DJ communities I've seen. Just on
Right.
Twitch, Dance from Home, all of it. Like I've never seen DJs even on Twitch, for sure not Dance from Home, but on Twitch in general, I've never seen DJs not give each other love. Like
Right.
it's a good community, and because I think we found out that now we have a way to keep DJing and during this hard time, right, and to keep doing what we love doing. So
Yeah, and Old
Very
School
good.
Schmo, he said, I'm sorry, because he said the raid parties are cool even for the non-DJ, because
Yeah.
we're showing so many people, I didn't even know this DJ existed. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you're
Yeah.
like, wow, like, had I not been in a raid, I'll be like, wow, like, how many hundreds of DJs are there out there that don't show up on that front page with you? You know what I mean? Like
Right.
that, because of that
Or even
number.
recommended channels or anything.
Yeah,
like that.
recommended channels. I was like, how do I not have them as a recommended channel? That's insane,
right.
So it's pretty crazy to see like the amount of love that we can all like give to each other. So
Yes. So Showtime, thank you so much. If you're not following DJ Showtime, give him a follow, because his raid trains, that's a late raid train,
I
right?
think
Because
he
he
was
started
the last
early in the
one,
morning.
right? Yeah, or he was
Yeah.
the last
Oh,
one.
wow.
Yeah.
Nonstop.
Yeah, that's a long train. Pause.
Welcome, Raiders. Welcome.
Welcome.
I know. Welcome. Me and because this is Raph earlier. She did something. She was like, "What did you do?" Yeah, you went.
Oh no, because my AirPods finally started working. I'm like,
Oh, is that what
it works.
Yeah. Yeah, so Asia was saying, I really love how my friends and DJ colleagues from one world are connecting with my friends and DJs from my other world, which is what we were just talking about, right? Like,
Yeah.
I knew Asia from the Chicago when she'd visit from Seattle, and then she's really good friends with KrisCut. I'm like, oh my god, that's really crazy, because
besties.
yeah, that's so dope.
What a small world it really is. Jack Rojo, 1,000 biddies.
Hey, Jack
Yes.
Rojo, thank you so much.
Thank you, DJ Jack Rojo.
Cheers.
Yeah. So, like, the advice too, like, I know there's a whole bunch of DJs just hopping on, right? So, just, go out and meet the other DJs. Pop into my room, say hi so I can give you a shout out and get you a couple follows if I can, Like, I don't mind doing that. Like, I want to, like, share, like, when I talk about, oh, you guys are like KrisCut, made partner. No, the KrisCut fries we made partner. You know what I mean?
That's
Because
KrisCut
the
fries.
Hell yeah.
that's the name of my community.
Her
If you have any of my
community.
Oh, yeah.
KrisCut fries emotes, put it in the chat.
Yes.
Yes, because you
Yeah.
know that's the name of my community, KrisCut fries, and it's like a win for us. Like it's a win for like I don't consider myself a big time streamer. I'm a like mid level, like low level streamer. I don't have thousands of people watching me, but yeah, here we are, talking about something that we never thought we could get. So it's a victory for this DJ community, for our community. The dance from home, all the little raids we were all doing, it all paid off in the end. So.
For those of you that
That's-
just rated, we are talking to KrisCut, who recently became partner for Twitch. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah.
Purr, 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 purr.
Partner. Yeah, we're talking to KrisCut, who recently became a partner for Twitch. We're just kind of talking about the industry right now, and Twitch related, like DJs and being on Twitch and kind of doing our thing on Twitch. So, and where we're at with that. In fact, we should probably move into moments for Twitch. Some of our favorite moments that we've seen in the past. So KrisCut, like, what are some things that stand out for you for DJ DFH moments besides being on Artie's stream for his first one?
I know that was a good moment. Artie's the most adorable expression on his face. Like I said, I wanted to pinch Wildcat's cheeks because the camera goes on, and then he does simple camera setup, and then he's just kind of like this little jittery, nervous.
Ambient sound.
Ambient sound.
Yeah.
Ambient sound, not even plugged in. I was like,
not even plugged in.
Yeah.
Using
it.
Using my wife's MacBook Air's laptop camera.
Yeah, your camera angle was. Where was your camera angle? It was like
off to the side. I was like I was in my DJ booth, so it was like off to the side. So I had the side angle, going on.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, he has a DJ booth at home, which has if you've ever been in a like recording studio, it's kind of like a cutout, a window that is closed off. Everything's closed off, but he has a window there. And stop me if I'm wrong, but that's so that you could also watch your kids and everybody out on the other side. Is that why you have that window?
So actually, the reason why I have that window is to look outside. I actually have a dance floor on there, so it's like a little mini club in my basement.
That's
so I can DJ. I can DJ in this DJ booth, and then we have a dance floor out there. So we have the window.
But why do you have it cut off?
It was built in. It's an old.
No, I was
booth.
I thought it was like a control room for a recording studio. Like when I first saw it.
Well, it was kind of that too. Right, so like my dad built that.
Oh, okay.
That booth. So he had the reel-to-reel in there. He had
the
he had all that stuff in there. So yeah, it was the interrogation room. It's an
Elusive.
I know. Elusive. We cracked up and said, "I died there."
I'm like, what did he?
And he was there, but no, he's DJ'd there. He's DJ'd there. Yeah.
KrisCut, we are laughing at the same thing.
I died there.
It's like he's saying how hot it is in that room, right? That's what he means.
Well,
I died
well,
there.
bro,
we've got drunk many times in there. We've thrown a lot of parties in that basement.
I have died there too.
Yeah, I did die there too. Yeah,
I did that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
There's some crazy stuff that happened in that basement. It's pretty legendary.
Any other things that come to mind? KrisCut.
Dance from home. I'm trying to think.
Is that
Besides
DJ
all the
Slip?
shit.
That's DJ Slip in the background.
Does he want to come?
We caught a wild DJ Slip.
He was trying to get his lap. That was a booty. That's the only time you'll see a booty shot.
Don't run
DJ
away.
Yeah, why did you run away, dude? Come say what's up.
No, he went to grab his laptop. Actually, it was refreshing. He opened the room because, like, you guys know how it is with all these lights. It's like 100 degrees in here, and I'm like,
oh yeah.
I already killed my water. I got to remember to put like a jug of water in this room next time. Maybe we need like a mini water cooler. I'm gonna invest in that. Leave it here in the corner. Like, so hot. I always say that on my streams too, especially when I'm like super crumbly. It's so hot in here.
Yeah, you need like a water, like the water cooler tank.
Cooler.
Right. We do. We have a water cooler. And they keep hitting this mic thing. Hot. It doesn't help my my ear, like my earbuds don't reach, so I'm wearing these full-on headphones. I have a story about these about headphones. I used to DJ so much that the friction from all this stuff. I had like bald spot.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Oh,
so I would like
wow.
I had less hair on this side of my head, so I had to learn to like comb my hair the other way
Oh my
because
God.
of all the
You changed
friction.
your part?
Yeah, I changed my part because I
Right.
would
It's
have
hard to
change
do.
it
It's
up.
hard to do.
Yeah,
Wow.
That's amazing.
because I'd like this little ball from all the
I
DJing.
don't anymore. I used to put my headphones over my head DJing, but now I just have them over my neck and I just do this.
Yeah.
Like I don't like put them over my head anymore. I used to do that. It messed up my hair.
That
I'm
did,
like,
your when you had the pompadour, did you have to
Yeah.
DJ with the?
That's what I'm saying. Like that was the problem, and that's why I started not. No, literally, when I had like the big, like I had
The big hair.
pompadour, like, and I didn't want to mess it up, so I put I ended up just putting it here, and then I always just
Yeah.
do this. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have bad posture, bad neck issues because this. But thank God that we can use like this mixer we have is I can use my iPhone earbuds or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
whatnot, right?
You
Oh,
just
yeah.
can't.
Kid Chris we always poke fun at each other because our names are so similar. So every time I go into a stream, I say hi at DJ Kid Chris, and I just put the word cut after because everyone calls me DJ Kid Chris Cut.
Kid
We're like-
Chris
DJ
cut.
KrisCut.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because people would like mess up our names because then it'd be like hi sis at DJ Kid Chris. And he's like, oh. that
Well,
was
I'm actually
perfect.
surprised I didn't say clean cut once,
Clean cut.
because clean cut is so close to your name that I was like, I don't know, in the back of my head, I was worried I would say clean cut at some point. So my headphones
Yeah.
There you
just
go.
sit in the same
Close.
spot.
Christian, I want to see that. I dare you,
You
Christian.
just want to have your head.
Just always wear it, though. Just always wear it.
Yeah, just always have
be
it
like
on.
right over.
DJ Asia, I need green screen of you, like doing a twerk or something. You could be one of my dancers.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Shout out
That'd
Steve
be
V. I
awesome.
think he's in here. Steve V is one of my mods and really good friends, and the KrisCut Fry's favorite dancer. To the point of on Saturday we did a vote where he danced for like I go, does Steve deserve his own emote? We made him dance, and then the community voted so he can get his own emote of him dancing. So I'm trying to think of a good pose, and I think I want him to like pose like something like this, like a disco pose or something. And then that'll be
Yeah.
our universal dancing emote.
That's
So
great.
yeah, so we'll
Okay,
see.
so we ran off again. So what is
yeah.
your favorite DFH moment or
DFH. Besides your first time, DJ?
besides
Besides
because
this person.
that's not
Or
not
any
it.
other
No,
memorable
that's not it.
moments
Memorable.
for you.
Oh, I loved when Abed played Animal Crossing on
Animal
Yeah,
Crossing.
on Jeff's Mobby's stream.
Yes, on Jeff Mobby's stream. I was like, yeah, get it. I was all excited.
So if you don't know
Yeah.
DFH community, a lot of us are Animal Crossing fans, at least a handful that I know of. Me specifically, KrisCut and DJ Wildcat plays. Sam doesn't, but she's an honorary member. Abet plays a lot as well. We are saying that we should have a de-stressing Animal Crossing meetup one of these days.
Yes.
So watch out, because there
Yeah.
could be an invite coming to KrisCut's Island, and we're all gonna go there and hang out
Oh,
Animal
you're going to meet
Crossing from home.
virtually
virtually.
in the
This is
game.
real.
I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
And we're gonna
Got
go
it.
around and hitting each other with
nets.
with nets is acceptable. So that's a de-stressing thing. It's not violent. We're gonna hit each other with nets and de-stress. So we may release a one-time closed gate eventually invite to KrisCut's Island, but watch out. Just watch out for it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you're-
Last
if
night
you're
was my
animal-
first stream. Last night was my first ever Animal Crossing stream, so that
That's
was nice.
dope.
Yeah.
I
I'm
might
sorry it
start
was
doing
so
that.
late. I'm sorry it was so late for you Chicago people, because I'm like, oh, Abed and all of them. Nix was there. We were hitting each other with nets for like a good 3 minutes and laughing. That was pretty. So, sorry, what are there? These allergies are kicking my butt right now. Whew. Okay.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
One time. Oh my gosh, much love to all of you guys in the chat. Thank you for hanging out with us. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
So
Artie, do we have any moments from last week? I can start saying who played. I know it was Vince's birthday.
that
Yes,
was one of my
so
favorites too.
all my
Vince was
clips-
so happy.
All the clips that I have saved,
Yeah.
it looks like they are not there anymore.
We need to
Like, I
find a
think-
way to keep those.
Yeah,
we do
I
this
need to-
every time.
I-
We do it
I
every
think
time.
I think we need to record the clips like
Uh-huh.
right away, and then store it. So
Okay, so
we're
let's start
gonna
with
do
Friday.
a better way to do this.
Well,
We'll start
Freaky
with
Friday
we'll start
was
with
dope.
yes, Freaky Friday.
Which I normally wouldn't mention because Dance from Home does not condone or support the views or opinions of Freaky Friday.
Yes.
However, my group was on there, so I'm going to talk about it.
The debut of Taco Dog.
Taco Dog debuted on Freaky Friday. It was amazing. Thank you for having us, DJ Wildcat. You run it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Huge Jackman, because it wasn't DJ Wildcat.
Huge shout out to Huge Jackman.
Huge Jackman is the one that I talked to get the approval to be on Freaky Friday. So thank you to Huge Jackman.
I even heard like Huge Jackman did like a DJ drop during the Taco Dog.
We had DJ drops from Huge Jackman, Dr. Jackman, and Calvina. So that was awesome. Wow. Appreciated that. So thank you for the love for Freaky Friday for having Taco Dog on there. We are going to be exclusive to Freaky Friday for the undecided future. So Taco Dog is only a Freaky Friday set going further. If anybody wants us, I'm sorry. We are under contract.
Sorry about it.
You're under contract.
We're under contract. So we can have more talks within at least the next month because the month contract it's gone out for 30 days. It'll be a 30-day to 30-day contract. If you want us after that, we can talk, but no promises. Freaky Friday is giving a good offer here. The numbers are good. The numbers are good. Yeah, so we're taking those offers at this current moment.
Also, last Freaky Friday, it was the start of Vince Vexino's birthday weekend.
The weekend, so dope.
Huge shout out to Vince Vexino. Happy birthday! That was a fun. That was a very fun set. We saw the egg rolls happening on that set. And then he also did the egg rolls again in his next set on DFH on the next day on Saturday. So
on Saturday, we had. Is there anything else that happened on Freaky Friday that you want to talk about? What else do we have?
I mean, there's always like.
Coy was Senor Jackman. That was that his appearance, his first appearance.
No, I haven't seen it. He's been it before.
Yeah, he was Senor Jackman.
Senor Jackman. So nothing. Freaky Friday is usually over the top, and that's just the way it is. That's why it's called Freaky Friday. So we'll just keep it like that. So yeah, be on the lookout for the next lineup for Freaky Friday. It's always a lot of fun.
It's always crazy. So Saturday was our USO fundraiser, which went really well. We raised $3,000. Was that the final count?
We broke 3,000.
We broke 3,000
yesterday.
Okay.
Awesome. So
was that total from the week, or was it just?
It's from the week.
From the week.
So I know the charity started running on Wednesday. Yeah. So huge shout out to DJ Drew. I've heard other people call him DJ D23W.
D23W. Yeah,
it's D23W. DJ Drew. And I know it broke 3,000 yesterday because I donated yesterday to hit that 3,000 mark. So I know we've had at least
3,000.
Yeah, 3,000. So thank you guys. A couple DJs that premiered on that weekend. DJ. He was one of the military retirees. Pip Dub DJ and Mike DJ Stats. The three of them were the retiree military folks, and they DJ'd for us over the weekend. So thank you guys so much for joining.
Yay.
That was dope. And then
huge shout out to K-Bonics.
That was my other one.
Debut. Yep.
K-Bonics was another debut to DFH, so thank you, K-Bonics. And it was a dope weekend. It was awesome. It was dope seeing Vince get more drunk than I've ever seen him before.
I was so adorable on Saturday.
It was a lot of fun. Big shout out to Christina or Xtina and 921 for being some big boss mods. Also Miss JB, who is boss modding in the background too. So huge shout out to them being around the entire
whole day. So I was checking in from time to time, and both Christina X_Tina, Step Up 921, and Miss JB, they were in every stream all day, regardless on if they were a mod. And I just thank you so much for the support and the love. Obviously, at this time, with us trying to spread out responsibilities, and I was on the road all day, so I was just trying to check in as much as I can. So thank you guys so much for helping us out and being part of the community. It means a lot to myself and obviously everybody else, and especially the mobbies. So thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you.
Yes.
Boss mods.
Boss mod.
And then one more thing that I do want to add that happened on Saturday was in the evening. I believe it was during Vince Magazino's set, or maybe right after that. There was a bunch of us that jumped onto the DFH fam Discord. And it was because DJ Urge. So DJ Urge comes back.
I have another shout out too. Go ahead.
Yep. So DJ Urge comes back. It was the return of Urge this past weekend, and he wanted to get drunk on Saturday night. So he invites us to get onto the Discord channel. So we're on a video chat, and then all of a sudden we got Christina on there, we got Koi on there, we got TZ on there, we have Step Up 921, Mike Rocca jumps on.
I was so confused too. Like, let's just talk about it. Let's talk about
we ended up having a wedding on Saturday night. And it was the marriage between Christina and Koi Fabiosa.
What?
And Voltizi was the minister, the pastor that married them.
Is he ordained? Was it real?
It was as real as it gets.
Wow.
As real as it
I
gets.
missed it.
No, let me tell you how confused I was. So I was on Vince's stream, hanging out, whatever. And then Christina and Step Up are all like, Mike Rocca, you need to get on this Discord right now because things are going on and shit's happening and blah, blah, blah.
TJ,
and I've never got onto the Discord like video chat. I just have never done it. So I like trying to figure out how to get on. Like, and Perry's sitting next to me on the couch. She's like, "What the fuck is happening?" And I'm like, "I don't know either." So I get on, and the first thing they do when I get on is like, "Mike Rocca's here. Mike Rocca's here. Mike Rocca, say something for the couple." And I have no idea. Like, I'm like, "What do you mean say something for the couple? Like, who's the couple? Like, I don't know." And I just put on show face, and I was like, "Hey, in the words of D-Double, one time." And that was it. And I gave him the one time, and then I found out there was about to be a marriage. And Voltizi went into full Captain, what is it? Nardine. Captain Nardine. If you guys have heard Captain Nardine, Voltizi does an impression of Filipino pilot captain. I can't do it, the impression, because I can't do it justice. And he did the whole ceremony in that voice. And he married them. He had people talk about them. He like announced the reception.
Or like
no, there's nothing. There's no proof.
Snapshots or like screenshots.
Nothing.
No,
that was the beauty of it. It was
we
a
only
moment.
had witnesses.
There was a moment.
I know, right?
And it was a moment, man. It was crazy, and I was glad. I'm glad I took the time to get on that Discord because I saw some shit. And poor Koi Fabiosa, he probably
on there. Yo Jimbo was on there.
No, I think
Jimbo was he was a
private Discord wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a private Discord wedding, and it was pretty romantic too. I mean, they
JLo 7, Miss JB, they're in there. I remember that. Elusive. Right after the wedding, I know Urge passed out. Urge
was passed out during
the video. Yeah,
he was sleeping.
So he fell asleep on there.
And keep in mind, this is all him in the beginning. He's the one that wanted to start.
He started all this. Urge started all of it too. So that happened. And then Elusive started falling asleep on there.
Yeah.
So Elusive texting. Me and Elusive are actually texting during this because I don't really know what's going on, so I'm trying to figure out. And at one point, Elusive texts me and he's like, "I'm sorry, I'm gonna call you out, dog." He's like, "The room's spinning. I think I'm gonna go to sleep."
Oh,
we were so drunk. I was drunk. Like I was really drunk. I was drunk. Everybody's drunk. Everybody's taking shots.
I think we need a renewal of vows this weekend, so so me and KrisCut can join.
Yes.
Dang.
Dude, I wish there's a picture. There's a picture of Urge passed out.
Yeah, I posted it on the DFH fam Discord.
If you can show it now. If you can't, it's fine. But yeah, another shout out I want to thank very much was Calvin. he showed up and did a set last minute within a 5-minute span of being notified. We had a problem with somebody having technical difficulties. They couldn't do their set. It was literally 5 minutes before we were supposed to make it happen. And somehow, also shout out to DJ Wildcat. Him and DJ Wildcat coordinated that. And I wasn't around for that moment. Again, I was on the road for a lot of the day. And they coordinated getting it together and getting him on in replacement. So thank you, DJ Wildcat, for coordinating it. And thank you, Calvin, for last minute doing your thing. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I think it was me, Calvin, I think Step Up, and maybe Yojimbo, or there was somebody else in there. And
whoever,
we were talking, and then all that like Hans, we saw Hans live, and we were about to get ready for that raid, and the hot mix Hans. So we were about to get ready for that raid, or it was Christina, and we were getting ready for that raid, and then all of a sudden he dropped, and we weren't sure what happened. And then on our DFH Discord, he messaged that his computer crashed. He got the blue screen. So because we were on that call, like, yo, Calvin was just sitting in front of his computer, in front of his green screen. We're like, yo, Calvin, why don't you jump on? He's like, all right. So then he jumped right on, and it was all about the timing was all.
And just another testament to everybody that's, donating their time and being so like in tune to the community. Thank you guys so much again. Just being part of the community and being there when things need to get taken care of and done. Much love. I'm going to say it a million times. I don't care how played out it gets. I will say it a million times. Thank you. So, picture of Urge sleeping.
Yes, it's loading right now.
I can find it.
It's loading.
Oh, nice.
1 second. My computer is hanging right now.
So I know Vince celebrated his birthday into the full weekend, to Sunday as well. Right? He went into Soulful Sunday, still celebrating.
Yeah, Soulful Sunday
was my understanding. Too, yeah. And Urge went to go see him on Sunday. Did you see that on Facebook?
I know Yojimbo did.
Oh no, Yojimbo. I'm sorry. Why did I think it was Urge? Oh, yeah. Yojimbo went to go see Vince for his birthday on Sunday, so that was dope. Mad love to like meetup crew.
Hell yeah! Why is my computer crashing? Let's go. I hope it doesn't crash.
Right. No, we can move on. So let's start plugging. We can plug.
Yeah.
If you can't get Urge on. KrisCut, what do you have coming up? Anything?
Okay, so usually I spend Monday, Fridays in the afternoon, and Saturdays my team No Sleep. This week also I have a couple of charity streams. Well, I have one charity stream on Tuesday/Wednesday morning at 2 a.m., which is like 4 a.m. for you guys over there. But
yeah,
I'm starting off, I think, the part 3 of the raid party to raise funds for the Philippine victims of the tornado. Was it the hurricane?
Typhoon.
I forget. The storm.
The typhoon.
Typhoon.
The typhoon. Jeez, how come I couldn't? Okay,
Typhoon, yeah.
So I'm doing that Wednesday afternoon. I'm doing I'm cooking with Zaldi and 360 at 4 p.m.
What are you cooking?
Wait a minute.
I don't know. Yeah, I think we might cook bulalo or something. I don't know.
Ooh.
That's 4 p.m.
Well,
on
tell me
Wednesday.
when. I'm gonna watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's on Wednesdays.
Do I smell crossover? It's crossover. Cook from home.
Yeah, talk to Zaldi. And then Sunday is another charity stream. And then Saturday I have an in real life gig at Tao restaurant.
Nice.
So I have a full week. Of
one of these days when I'm visiting my parents, I'm not going to tell you, and I'm just going to show up.
You're just going to show up, and then Monday I have Circa. So I'm nonstop all week except for one day this week. So I mean, it is like we've all been grinding in one way. I feel like I'm busier now, except I can get crumbly from the comforts of my own home.
Yeah, for sure.
And save money. So yeah.
And save money on Ubers.
Ubers and liquor and stuff like that. So
yeah, 100%.
All that stuff. But yeah, so busy week. I'll make sure to update it. I'm sorry I didn't update it on my about page. All my stuff is always on my about section. I always do my best to keep up with that, to make sure that everyone's always informed. So Thank you guys for always checking out my streams when you can.
Dope. Any companies or social media things you want to plug?
Companies. Besides loving you guys, I think I'm good. I mean, my Instagram, DJ KrisCut. And if you're in Vegas, I do spin for Tao Restaurant on occasion. And Circa, the brand new pool downtown, has a stadium swim. It's open. If you're looking for a safe social distance place, definitely check that out. They're open every day. But I think it's a $10 cover charge, so make sure you're prepared for that.
That's not bad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but it's not too bad to see this beautiful venue, and it's like you can have a drink and be socially distanced with your group of friends.
Dope.
So that's
Especially
probably
not
one
in
of the
Vegas.
safest venues that is here in Vegas right now because it's outdoor.
Yeah.
Approved. So I haven't been keeping up with Nevada news, so I don't know what's going on with us in our lockdowns. But right now everything's still open. So,
Got it.
Cool.
Yeah.
DJ Wildcat, what you got?
So this Wednesday, Wild Wednesdays, I am going to be opening for the DFH Nightcap at 7 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Pacific.
Boom.
Friday will be Freaky Friday, as usual, as we were talking about earlier. And I think that's it for now that I know of.
Cool. Sam, cook from home.
Yes, different things. So, Wildcat, do you have the Halo Halo Raid Train flyer? That
Hello, Raid Train.
Little Berry sent over?
Yes.
So,
talk about the other one first.
FFH? Do you have that one?
Yes.
Okay, yes. So we have FFH, what is it, number 4 already? Fitness from Home on Sunday. So please stay tuned to that. Artie will pull up the flyer. So that's Little Berry's what is it called? Brainchild? Is that
Brainchild.
baby?
Yeah.
Is that
Brainchild's
is that right? Okay, look at me. Idioms.
Look at you.
Okay. So yes, so this is number, is it 4? Where is it?
Ooh, what is This Is Rap doing at 5? Cook from home. Okay.
So yeah, as you can see, there's people that you know, DJs, DFH fam for sure. I will be on what time am I on at 5 p.m. I don't know what I'm cooking yet, but it'll be something healthy. And we have Jeff Nangs kicking it off. He's from the UK, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
I think so.
I mean, I've watched some of his streams. He's super cool. Yes.
Really good.
So, yeah, he does a lot of live like music and really cool stuff. We have Albanese second, and then we have some Tai Chi after that. The Wellness Blend. They're super super high energy sisters. Fitness from Home chat. So I know that'll be Little Berries and Step Up. And then Little Berries doing dance fitness. Then we have some art therapy with Jenny, some Chai Kung, and then I'll be cooking, and then Virgil will be closing us out, doing a crossover with Soulful Sundays. So that's Fitness from Home on Sunday, so stay tuned for that. And then do you have
Chai Kung? What is the Chai Kung? Is that a mix of Tai Chi and Kung Fu, maybe?
You're going to have to Google that.
Sounds awesome.
Or just tune in.
Chi
and
Kung.
then also this one is being
Wednesdays.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
One. Yeah.
Oh, is that the one? Okay.
I'm the one.
Oh, perfect. Yes, you're kicking it off. Duh, I looked at this. I was just like,
hey, worked out.
Like, yes. Okay. Do you want to talk through this one?
Oh, you can go for it, girl.
Okay. So Jody's the one. Well, I know that she had reached out she's organizing this for a couple various days throughout the next couple of months to raise money for the typhoon in the Philippines. So please come. This just spreads awareness for what's going on there, raising money. So yes, obviously join for DJ KrisCut. She's kicking it off with some positive vibes. Then we have a draw along.
Ooh.
Interesting. Ooh, and we have Buhai Taglish for OPM. Love that. Some matcha more. I'm just reading this for the
DJ
first time,
Rose.
so these are very interesting. Motivational laughs. Oh my gosh. Roses Are Red. Is this like a comedy show? I don't know. Sounds funny. And then we have a show. Oh my gosh.
Soul and
R&B. I can't read right now. Bean or Sing. What's that? I'm very intrigued by that. Oh my God, it's Pinky. And then Mamma Mia Wednesdays. Sorry, this is just, I love it already. I'm
we're
like
all reading
so
this for
excited.
the first time.
Yeah, so it starts
Even
2
even Raph,
a.m.
who's
my
announcing.
time. Yeah, so it'll be morning for you guys because that's 10
Wow.
a.m. UK
Oh,
time.
this is all UK
This is
time.
all
Yeah,
UK.
so that means
Oh,
that I'm going
same.
2 to 4,
Right.
2 to 4 Wednesday morning. So if
That is
you're awake
Oh,
at
no
5 in the
crazy.
morning, yeah.
way.
So
Cool. No, that's
So
really
yeah,
cool.
tune in. Tune in for in UK time, which
yeah, 8
is
hours ahead. Oh, 6 hours ahead for you guys. 8 ahead for me.
6 hours
Mhm.
ahead. So tune in if you're up at that time.
If
Yeah,
you're
so
up or if you're not up, watch the replays or just definitely donate to the cause for sure because we need that support for our homeland. And then Cook from Home just celebrating that Step Up 91 is now affiliate. So please
Yay.
follow her. Congrats to her. We are figuring out logistics for the next Cook from Home. We are trying to do a part 3 nudes. And we were trying to do a dessert. And so we are playing on, what is that? Creme, like it's creme brulee,
Brulee?
but then creme noodle. Noodle? Is that too far?
Oh.
Creme brulee. Is that too far? Is that reaching?
Is that too far?
Maybe-
You're reaching
I
a little
mean, maybe
bit.
we just need
maybe
like
reaching
the
just a little bit.
flyer, and
Maybe
then
just
you'll
reaching a
like
little bit.
really understand.
Yeah.
But just wait. Just
Okay.
figure it out. But yeah,
Just a little bit. Just a little
just
bit.
figure it out.
Well, man.
I mean, so
No.
just so you know, Taco Dog is trying to get on Cook from Home.
Oh, you're gonna tacos and dogs because we could.
We're trying to make an appearance, make actually a
Yeah.
taco dog on Cook from Home.
Dude.
Okay,
Yes.
We'll see.
let's
We're
do
trying to
it.
that.
Whatever.
Let's do this happen.
Whoever wants to cook. But yeah, if you guys want to cook on Thursday, whatever.
Come check it
Okay,
out.
that's all.
Dope.
All right.
That's dope.
So for Dance from Home, we got a lot of things going on right now. This Wednesday, DJ Wildcat is opening for Nightcap, like he was saying earlier.
Yep.
We have the debut of JCon _. So it's on the flyer without the underscore, but his Twitch is JCon _. So make sure you guys have
Let's
that.
go.
I know it was a typo on my part. I think I need Raph to do my proofreading.
Proofreading. Okay.
I'm gonna just have you proofread all my flyers. Because I had to make 3 because I kept messing it up. And then at 9:00, DJ Furious is on our Nightcap, which is
What?
dope.
It's his first nightcap, isn't it?
No, he's done.
No,
a
he's
couple.
done Nightcap, which is
done
dope because
Nightcap.
when DJ Furious does Nightcap, there are some babies that get in.
Oh, that's right. I remember when he was wearing the
Yeah, that's dope. So Furious.
Not
Furious-
ugly baby. Not
ugly
but just
baby, not
babies.
ugly
Yeah.
baby, just babies.
Yeah.
Not ugly baby. Ugly baby is a whole different weird thing going on.
Yes.
Us and X Club or Club X.
Okay, yeah.
And then get ready for 10:00 because Total Encore is spinning his ending set. So you know what that means.
Oh yeah.
7
He'll
hours.
probably
Slow
go till 4:00 in the morning. too.
Yeah.
Just so you know. So be prepared to stay up late on Wednesday night. So that's Nightcap. The flyer's out. You guys should be
you go.
seeing that pretty soon. So dope. And then what?
I'd love to.
Take Thursday off.
Yeah, take Thursday off.
If Total Encore is gonna go that late.
If Total Encore's going that late, take Thursday off. If you work from home, log in at 10 or some shit. And then on 11/21, so this is a new announcement. I don't have a flyer yet, but 11/21, we are working with DJ FaZe out of Seattle and his radio station. We are doing, we are doing a fundraiser for the American Cancer Society. An official fundraiser for them. So we are working with the American Cancer Society to put this on. Very dope lineup. And I'm going to announce it because I don't have a flyer. Meow from the Philippines.
Nice.
If you guys remember her from Halloween, is our first DJ at 12:00 noon. After her is DJ Showtime. He'll be on at 1:30. Elusive is doing his birthday stream. So his birthday is this weekend. Don't forget to log in. Show him some love. Yes, DJ Elusive. And then we have DJ Effect at 2:15 out of Las Vegas. DJ George May is going to make his Dance from Home debut at 3:00. Calvin Cornell is after him, which is going to be awesome. And then, what were you going to say? Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just interesting. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it is interesting. And then, yeah, I know. And then at 4:30, DJ Marquis is making his debut.
Yes.
Yes. If you don't know DJ Marquis, he is the DJ also with Calvin and
Yojimbo.
Yojimbo.
Yojimbo's cousin. Yeah.
Right. They are the DJs for all the sports teams. So DJ Marquis is a Blackhawks DJ, Sox DJ, like all of those guys. So
Bulls
he's
DJ.
yeah, those guys. J Funk. J Funk is their like guy that's doing the thing. So he's making his debut on Saturday as well. Coy Fabiosa from Spain is going to be at 5:15. 6 o'clock, another appearance by my homie Earwax. He is coming back to do some scratching and wiki and awesome hip hop. Wiki. I love saying wiki. Jay Swank is our 6:45 appearance. He hasn't been on Saturday for a little bit, so we brought him back. 7:30, I'll be making an appearance for Dance from Home. I haven't been there for a long time on Saturday, so coming back on. After me is Jay Bray, so he's gonna bring the excitement. And then, still pending, is our closing act. Surprise, surprise, we can't tell you who it is yet, but at 9 o'clock we have an act that will bring us into the American Cancer Society. So what's happening at 9:45, normally we would raid to one of our DJs, but what we're doing for the night is we're raiding over to DJ FaZe's account, which is a Twitch stream that is going to stream various DJs of the female DJ caliber. So the rest of the DJs for the night will be female DJs supporting the American Cancer Society and putting their time in to support and go against breast cancer. So those DJs will be on for the rest of the evening. So please come support. The flyer will be out soon. It's going to be a full event. Come support, put some money in, do your thing, hang out the whole day.
I may have a guess. I know who'd be one of those DJs.
Yeah, maybe you know, maybe you don't. I don't. I mean, I know, but I can't tell you right now. So,
is it who I think it is?
I don't know. I can't tell you. I can't. I just can't. I'm under
Maria
contract.
Hill. Let's go.
Maria Hill technically is already doing like 7:45. That's me.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, so tune in Saturday. Make sure you tune in. Artie, go.
All right, KrisCut. Next week's guest. Usually we have our guest this week announce next week's guest. So, KrisCut, if you don't mind introducing next week's guest.
Yes, next week's guest is actually one of my favorite Dance from Home DJs, Jay Swank, because I love the fact that he does a lot of like hip hop, vibey, electro mashup stuff, and I love that stuff. I love to play it. I love we're gonna swap libraries. Jay Swank told me we were, so shout out to Jay Swank. He's the guest next week. I'll be tuning in for that. Well, I'll be tuning in for that while I'm at work. So I'll be like double dip. So yes, Jay Swank, we can't wait for that. Thank you guys. So this was so much fun.
Oh yeah,
mad love. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you, KrisCut.
Thank you, KrisCut.
Thank you, and congratulations again. It is well deserved. It made me so happy. I screamed in my chiropractor appointment when I saw that check mark next to your name, and then I shared it with Mike and Sam. I was like, guys, look at this. Look what we're gonna have.
I did get a few text. People were like, "Oh, I see that purple check mark. Congrats!" I was like, "Thank you so much." Seriously, guys, we really did get this as a community. Thank you, everybody in the chat. This was a community win because
thank you, KrisCut.
Like I said, 500 hours over the last 5 months of quarantine is what we put in. So it's kind of bittersweet to get that check mark, So we love you. I love you all.
Well deserved.
So thank you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Again, this is Talk From Home. We're here every Monday, same bat time, same bat channel, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on Monday. Tune in next week for Jay Swank. We'll be here. You be here, be square, right? Also, we are going to say, go out there, be positive, love your loved ones, be with them. Don't
Yes.
take anybody for
Stay
granted.
safe.
So stay
Love you
safe.
guys.
Yes.
Stay safe,
safe.
especially during these uncertain times. I know you hear that
Yep.
uncertain all the time, but you guys be safe. Have a good night. Stay for the raid. We're going over to our homie Furious.
Mr.
Yeah.
Furious.
Thank you, guys.
Who's his
love
guest tonight?
you.
Who's his guest tonight? I can't remember.
DJ Romeo.
Romeo
DJ
Reyes.
Romeo.
Yeah,
Fellow
Romeo
Las
Reyes.
Vegas
Yeah.
DJ from the Bay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Going
Yeah,
over
so
to
when you get to
DJ
this
Furious.
page, spam the raid emotes, spam the DFH emotes.
Love you,
Yeah,
Chris.
Why don't we
Tell
have
Furious.
TFH
Love you, Dance
emotes?
from Home. Love you, Motive
I don't-
Ben.
Well, we
No.
should have. We should.
Why
I
don't
don't
we
know
have
why
that?
we don't.
Okay, we'll have
We'll
TFH
figure
emotes
that
next
out.
week.
Yeah. Stay for the raid. Stay for the raid. Stay for the
Stay
raid.
for the
Raid.
raid. Stay for
Raid.
the raid. Stay for the raid. Stay for the raid.
Raid.
Stay for the raid. Stay for the raid.
Raid.
Stay for the raid. For the raid. Raid.
Raid.
Raid.
Raid.
Raid.
Raid.
Raid.
Raid.
Raid. Raid. Raid.
Raid.
Raid. Raid.
I think
I think
they're in.
that's it.
Is it? Is it?
Oons. Raid. 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 Oons.
And